Welcome along to the Franklin Poland Leisure Centre for round 11 Rapid League action in the heart of Pukekohe. We're looking forward to another Rapid League game. A bit of indifferent, inclement weather outside, and always good to be inside for a bit of Rapid League. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank, four-time Sal's NBL champion on hand for this one. Over 100 games for the Tall Blacks as well, Casey. And Bulls Saints, differing fortunes in Rapid League for 2026.
Yeah, the Saints have been a complete team. They've got that nice mix of size and athleticism, play fantastic defense. This Bulls team, though, very capable of getting a win, especially if they can get hot from deep. Plenty of shooters out there, enough size to make a difference inside. And if they get rolling, they can make things very interesting. As we take a look at the fixtures and results from earlier in the round, a big win for the Giants as they're trying to chase a top 6 spot. The Airs with the upset victory over the Sharks on the road, before the Phi continue their excellent form, winning against the Rams in Pukekohe. The Tuatara stay on top of the table. The Nuggets with a big victory last night. The Bulls and Saints about to match up, and then on Monday we got some more hoops as the Hawks and the Sharks meet in Napier.
Here's how it looks in the Rapid League standings for 2026. The Tuatara on top, and you can see the Saints there, 9-3. Points percentage is a big factor when it comes to the Sal's NBL ladder, and points for and against count into the Sal's NBL ladder from Rapid League as well. The Bulls there in 8th position with a points percentage difference of 92, so relatively low, and they look to advance their cause for the Sal's NBL standings by getting wins and creating as much of a gap between the points for and against. Of course, Muna, Ueli, Chunga, Gold and Latu are suiting up to start for the Rapid League unit, with Chris Tupu, Tall Blacks guard legend in his own right.
Brady Ueli's been a fantastic addition. A lot of strength, a lot of speed on the perimeter. But Hassan Munier is going to be able to shoot that ball tonight. Might find some space outside the arc.
Going with the county's Monaco Steelers colours in their Rapid League uniform for 2026, the Bulls. Peyton Hughes is their captain, one of the best scorers in Rapid League history. And a new addition, Hunter Taratana, will join the team now. Saville, Marsh and Bigger round out the Australian as the centre. They round out the 5-4. The Bulls here on your Sunday afternoon, and Jamie Reddish is the coach.
Hunter Taratana, a nice pickup with his defensive ability, will help slow down this Saints team that's averaging almost 36 points per game en route to those 9 wins. They're a little bit stronger on the glass, but this Bulls team gets on the old boards just like their NBL counterparts do. If the Saints can control the D glass, they're probably going to end up with the victory today. But if the Bulls can get second chances and lead those into some deep shots from 3, they've got a chance to walk away with the win. As we take a look at the barter card match, officials Sam McFadzean, Danielle Couge, and Beg McLaughlin whistle puffers today.
And so Wellington going with the black and yellow, predominantly yellow. For this one, there is a good contrast between Rapid League uniforms. Numbers are clear on the back. Young men ready to play some basketball.
And as close as these teams are offensively, it's about the defense for this Bull squad. They're giving up 38.5 points per game. That's second worst mark in the Rapid League this season. With a Saints team that can score in a hurry, they're gonna have to do a good job, especially in transition, if they want to stay in this one for long.
The Saints with the ball with Ueli. Goal gives it up on the drive. Oh, there it is! Chunga, you asked for it in rehearsal, and Aubrey Chunga gets us out of the way.
He's a fun player to watch, man. Can spend a lot of time above that rim, and look how effortless it was for Chunga on that finish right down the lane.
Oh, what a dime on the baseline. That is excellent basketball right there, and Adahi Marsh gets the bucket.
Well, good use of the up fake as well. Chunga had that one red, but landing on 2 feet gives him a chance to finish on 2 as well to tie that bad boy up.
Gold lost it. They get it back, though. Munit, back of the iron. Chased down by Chunga in the corner. Picked off.
Steal.
Nice interception. It's Hunter Saville. So dribbles out of bounds, and they'll stay with the Bulls on the baseline.
Well read in transition there to force that one up. And now the Bulls got a chance to keep things going and possibly take the lead.
Gold just picks that pass off. And here's Sam Gold with a layup going the other way, just like that. Saints defense to the fore.
Both teams really defending well on that perimeter, not giving those lanes for easy passes to come through. But those turnovers that lead directly to buckets, not going to help either team.
Oh, that's a big three. And the Bulls welcome the shooting of Himash. He's got 5 now.
Quick start. And nobody comes up around that screen, making it an easy finish.
Yeah, with a right-hand little long layup floater.
It was like half a floater, and half a finger roll?
I think, yeah, half finger roll, half floater's good.
A little Gervin-esque.
Oh, look at that. Nice spin move from Hunter Taratana, but he turns it over.
Oh, well
and again,
fouled.
nice pass from Yuli to Chunga. Too strong, cleaned up by Bigger.
Yeah, Chunga just has to realize he might be the most athletic guy in the court, so just go up and dunk it. Took his time, and that enabled the defense to get back and dissuade it.
Peyton Hughes gives it back up. He gets it in the corner. Blocked by Sam Gold. Wow. Out of nowhere.
Really closes that gap with a quickness. Was close. We had a foot in the paint on that drive. Look at it all the way in there, and it closes it out. Just well timed. Smacks it out of bounds, but still a bit of time on the shot clock here. 8 seconds left for the Bulls to get another clean look.
4 4-minute quarters. 3 ball from Marsh, and it's Adahi Marsh 8, the Saints 6.
He is feeling it. Keeps setting him up. That's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Get a little bit of action going close to the basket as well.
Nice footwork. Latu almost had the chair taken out from under him, but Darius Latu on the block gets the bucket.
All started with that deep post position. When you catch it that deep in the paint, it's going to be really difficult to keep a player from getting that finish.
Akarangi is in the game, and there's a foul on the drive there.
Chunga showing that athleticism one more time, though, as Hunter Saville drives into the paint and gets that foul early. Well, are we shooting or are we on the baseline here? Shooting, so really good block by
Hunter Saville, named in the under-18 select team for the Albert Schweitzer tournament in Germany in April this year. Just 17 years old from the Waikato. Had a 40-point game for Waikato at the under-18 national champs last year.
A lot of scorers out here, man. All these kids are coming up with the ability to fill that thing up. It is fun to see.
Would you say that we're just needing 3-level scorers in New Zealand basketball?
Well, I think the game in general has sort of lost that mid-range. You know, everything now is so much at the cup, like that Chunga attempt there, or from beyond the arc. So I'd say yes, but only because the game is transfixed in that arena.
Saville's 3 was off, but we got a foul on the rebound. It's going to be on, I believe, Sam Gold.
Well, I like the pace with which Franklin is playing right now. They've had multiple opportunities in transition, and with as thin as this bench is for this Wellington Saints team, I think that pace will play dividends as this game goes along.
Karangi dropping it off for Bigger. That's good offense from the Bulls. Looking crisp in this first quarter of the Franklin Bulls Rapid League team.
Playing really well. Like that drive there by Bakarangi. Getting into the paint, brawling multiple defenders, but always looking for his big man, Bigar. All by himself at the free throw line now.
Elias Bigger. He spent the Australian NBL season as a development player with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Played 3 games. Injury ruled him out of an NBL 1 season last year in Australia. And he gets the second one to go down. Bulls lead by 3 with 61 seconds to go. Bigger takes a seat. And coming into the game for him, Zion Anderson. So it's going to be Saints ball. I feel like they haven't really had a position like this for a while, where they really use the clock, and Muna is bumped on the drive. And a little bit of execution there from the Saints, which sees Hassan Muna to go to the line.
Well, Hassan Munir does spend so much of his time trying to set others for offense, this time getting to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where every free throw this season counts towards that Chemist Warehouse kitty. Can't hit the first, though. Do something for the kids, man. Get him another hoop.
That'll be racing through his mind right now on the second one. We're disappointed, goes empty from that trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. It's 11-8 to the Bulls. And here comes the drive, and Chunga got up there on Taratana, but they get it back. And we got a foul on the scramble. Anderson's fouled.
I wonder if Chunga's interested in aeronautics, because he is spending a lot of time in the air today. Up there defending above the rim. Beautiful attack by Taratana, but the defensive ability to challenge without getting that foul while you're putting your body on the line, really impressive. But one too many whistles, so we're going to be off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for Zion Anderson.
3 team fouls is the limit per quarter in Rapid League for 4-minute quarters. BNZ player timeouts available in both halves, I should say, and no coach interaction on those. Players still have their 5 fouls to commit, as the team fouls are at 3. This is the second. Chunga pulls down the board, gives it to Munir. And now Sam Gold looking for it back from Blackmore, who's in the game for the Saints.
Good activity defensively for the Bulls, really forcing the Saints offense to initiate beyond the arc.
Munir's three's good, and that ties it at 11.
Well, apparently they want to initiate beyond the arc because Munir just lines it up and knocks it down, ties things up. One last chance for the Bulls here in the quarter.
To end the first, we're all tied up at 11. It's 1 quarter of Rapid League basketball done here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Just a hint of chlorine in the air. It's a great leisure centre for the good people of Pukekohe in the Franklin region, the district.
A hint of moisture and a lot of wet balls on that rim as well, because both teams were shooting it early and often. The Saints shooting 60% from the field in that opener, but the Bulls were able to get a little bit more going from deep as they had 2 threes to the 1 of the Saints. All in all, it's all tied up. Chemist Warehouse Strikes also pointing to a big advantage on the glass for the Bulls. 6 rebounds to 2. One of the key areas of impact for this Bulls squad early on. And one big watch out. Saints 4 fouls in the first quarter. That's tough to, that's a foul a minute.
Get your large cheese pizza for $30. Use the QR code, the online code. Sal's Champ 26, valid until this coming Tuesday. Don't forget, we got Monday basketball coming. The Hawks hosting the Sharks, who took an L in the start of round 11. And double game round for the Southland Sharks.
It was surprising. Sharks had won 10 straight. We're sitting 11-2, and the Taranaki Airs came out and played fantastically. Couldn't make it a Southern road trip double, though, as they went down despite a good effort against the Otago Nuggets last night. Things are tightening. We've got those teams. The top 4 looks pretty solid right now, but everybody is fighting for those spots in 5 and 6 in the NBL this season.
Back underway, the Bulls with the ball. Second quarter action. Here's Anderson driving. Lost the handle. In fact, it was swiped away by Sam Gold.
Having a little bit of a laugh at it. Say, I'm pretty sure you got that one, but a good aggressive drive. Anderson 2 feet in the paint, and that's one of the things the Bulls have been doing well. They're not just relying on that 3-point shot. They're getting feet in the paint with efficiency.
Active hands sees the Saints come away with it. Yuli with the pass to Munir. Gold comes up high. The switch go to Bulls, and that's picked off. Nice work on the defense.
Felt better about that pass about halfway through it.
Zion Anderson's fouled as Taratana came away with it.
On one end, you see Aubrey Chunga just think twice. He's letting that one go, tries to pull the string back, but it's too late. It goes off anyway, and that initiates this break. Nice drop off by Taratana, and then Zion Anderson tries to sneak the left in, doesn't get it, but back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe where he is not very successful to open the second quarter here. At the, of course, Hoops and Schools program, all thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Scan that QR code to find a little bit more about how you can get a hoop in a school near you. Almost closing funding regions for the season, but a last couple ones left. See if you can't get a hoop in the school near you.
Anderson good on the second, so they take the lead back. That's the first point of the second quarter. Good defense on Munir. As Tai Pakarangi comes away with it.
That was unlucky.
That was a fortuitous bounce.
I also think it might have been backcourt because the ball went. I didn't see any of the Saints actually touch that one. But hey, well, it could count it as a 3 instead because the Bulls are on fire from deep.
Peyton Hughes connecting.
3 out of 6 from behind the arc.
It's very unrapid-like.
How about the Bulls? 50% from the field, from behind the arc, and from the free throw line.
That's tough. Bulls 4-point lead though. Stepping through is Alex Blackmore, the 23-year-old.
Beautiful footwork there.
Lovely.
That's old school. That looks like how I used to start my college workouts back at NAU. 150 of those in each direction.
And that's a lot of, you put the time in, Casey. That's what you got to do, kids. You got to put the time in like Casey Frank.
Well, like everybody, success is a habit. You just got to keep going until you find it. Take another look at the little move here. Take it in, step through with the left. Textbook, right how you drew it up back in the Jack Sikma days.
Jack Sikma reference.
Yuli with the little spin move comes up short.
Left it. Wanting for more.
Saints are pulling the string like crazy.
Zion Anderson with the move off the glass. Oh, that's pretty from Zion Anderson. Unit racing ahead to Yuli. That's too strong in there. That is going to be a foul called on Saville. As the referee, I think, just waited for the make there. And if it wasn't going to drop, the referee decided, yeah, you got him on the back. So Braden Yuli, who started out with the Tuatara and then spent some time overseas.
Finished up his collegiate career recently. Stepped back with the Tuatara a couple of seasons ago, but decided to apply his trade a little bit further south now. And a big mid-season pickup for this Saints team. On that perimeter, just giving a little bit more size and strength becomes a little bit more important, of course, with Elijah Pepper out today.
Yeah, no Pepper for the Saints. Oh, good defense from Muna. And that's going to be called a blocking foul on Muna. Just couldn't quite get to the spot quick enough in the eyes of the referee.
Well, 20 seconds left. Be interesting to see if either team decides to use their player timeout. If the Bulls want it to be, it could be the last. They could work this one down.
Broken up, and Bulls throw away an opportunity here to extend the lead. Saints could tie it with a 3.
Just sloppy with the basketball again. 5th turnover of the game for the Bulls. Just 2 for the Saints up to this point.
Yuli dropping it off. And Blackmore gets that to go down.
Beautiful bit of skill there. First a handle to get to the paint, then the unselfishness underneath.
We've got to travel. And that's unfortunate for Adahi Marsh. Just with the steps.
Yeah, sometimes you get used to doing things that you get away with in practice, but you just can't get away with it in a game. To be fair, I wasn't really watching the feed. I was looking at the defensive side of things. So didn't seem too much in the argumentative section there.
Split. Muna. Just ran out of English. He made a nice move, and we go the other way, and the Bulls. And it's Taratana on the drive, helped up by Sam Gold, who got him.
Tremendous little burst of speed there about the 3-point line. He looked even, and right about here, just bang, bang, gets to the cup a little bit quicker. Sam Gold tries to take his hand out of the cookie jar, but too late, mate. You got caught. Taratana off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Taratana making the first. Nice pickup for the Bulls bench. Good on the second. Minute 10 to go in this first half of Rapid League. Round 11. Bulls 19, Saints 16. Chunga. Blackmore kicking it out. Aubrey Chunga on the drive, deep on the baseline. And a foul on that drive.
Just like the aggressiveness in the offense, both wings, getting feet in the paint on those attacks, forcing that defense to collapse. Doesn't end up in a bucket, but they get that first whistle. And a little bit more defense, or pressure on this defense to continue that form for another 14 seconds.
Muna, 10 seconds to shoot it. Clock winding down now to 6. Blackmore knocks down that 3, and that's good for the Saints.
Catch and shoot with a quickness. Defense slow on the closeout. Blackmore knocks it down, all knotted up. Saints looking for a solid defensive stop to get a chance to take that lead before half.
NZ player timeouts available for both teams as we head to 24 seconds. Shot clock down to single digits. On the baseline, the Bulls miss. Saints have it.
Do have their BNZ player timeout in their pocket.
Shot clock is off. Chunga picks up the dribble. Blackmore gives it to Muna. 5 coming up on the clock. All tied up. Saints looking to take the lead to halftime. Muna, too strong. Gold on the follow. And that's us. First half underway. And the Saints come up empty. And we've got a tie at halftime, 19-19.
Unlucky. Hassan Munir first with a beautiful move from the perimeter. Splits the defense, gets to the cup. A couple of missed layups at the buzzer. Unfortunate for the Saints, so we stay knotted at 19. Taking a look at the halftime highlights, and there were plenty. Woo! None might have been better than the first play of the game.
Yes!
Right down the lane.
Oh, that's a good replay.
On your head, Big R. How you like that one? Coming back the other way. Sam Gold with the big steal. Takes the bump, gets the finish. And it was the Saints playing well, but in response, Adahi Marsh, 8 points in the opening quarter, was getting things going well before the Wellington Saints team started to make some inroads in that second quarter, working their way back in. The Bulls weren't to be undone, but the solid footwork, the good moving without the basketball meant the Saints were never far behind. Taking a look at those stats, 60% from the field. Zion Anderson coming back late with a bunch of attempts at the net rim. Overall, it's a story about the efficiency of both teams from beyond the arc and the lack of efficiency from that free throw line, where combined the teams are 7 for 14. Taking a look at that shooting overall, the Saints better from the free throw line, or sorry, the Bulls better from the free throw line than everywhere else, and the Saints much worse from the Chemist Warehouse stripe than everywhere else.
I managed to tally that all up, and they all tied up at 19. Don't forget, Bulls Saints, 3 p.m. Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. This is Rapid League. Rapid League sees the local players on the bench being able to be eligible to play 4 4-minute quarters. And every point does matter for the Sal's NBL ladder, and we have seen it in previous seasons since the introduction of Rapid League that, yes, points have been the difference maker for positions into the playoffs.
I guarantee that the teams who finish 5th and 6th this season are going to do so on points percentage. There is such a chasing group that is all knotted up. The Otago Nuggets, they got a chance to maybe seal that 5th spot and stay away from the tiebreakers, but everybody else, they really do have to stick with that mantra. Every point counts, because it's going to come down to it. Somebody's going to miss out, and it might just be a single bucket that keeps you out of the finals this season.
Well, you just look at that ladder of the Sal's NBL, 9 through 6. There's just 1 win separating all of them. And so the top 6 go to the playoffs. There's 3 teams on the outside looking in who are well within touching distance, and the Jets also in there as well in 10th. As we open the third quarter with a nice 3 for the Saints by Brandon Uli. And almost a steal by Aubrey Chunga.
The 2-man press almost gets it done. Uli lines it up, knocks it down, really looks good in rhythm. Todalton playing with a lot of pace here to start this second quarter.
On the drive, a little runner there from Saville.
Good unsavaged basketball, getting it from side to side, forcing the Saints defense to close out, and that's where Saville takes his opportunity for that runner in the mid-range.
Chunga, corner 3.
That's Kevin Garnett-esque with a long 2 there. Shooting that one from as deep as he can without getting behind the line.
Left it short, unfortunately, Adahi Marsh and Muna. Oh, stolen away by Taratana.
That's how he got that under-20s defensive player of the tournament this season. New Zealand Nationals.
Gets it back, dribbles, takes Sam Gold on, and can't get the left-hand roll.
Taratana with a burst of energy to open up this second quarter. The Saints have the lead, but no fault of Taratana's playing on both ends. First, this beautiful steal. Uses his body to slow down Munier, and then those long arms. And on the other end, the spin move, takes a harm, doesn't get the hoop, but still off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for two. Chance for you at home to tap that QR code and see if you can't get some hoops in schools near you. I believe we're still in the Southland Otago region, but Northland, Oakland, they're coming up soon, next month sometime. So stay aware, because you might just get a hoop in a school near you, all thanks to Basketball New Zealand and the Chemist Warehouse.
Taratana misses the second, but it stays with the Bulls here after the rebound wasn't controlled by the Saints. Taipakarami gives it up. Hughes finds bigger and bigger, sees a crowd, and he gets it to go with his left hand.
Well, good patience shown, took a couple of bumps, but stayed solid on his platform with 2 feet there, was able to eventually power through for the finish. Look at this Bulls team, lots of hands on balls, active in the passing lanes, not letting the Saints freely rotate that ball around the perimeter. And it's certainly disrupting things here early in the third quarter.
So it's Saints ball. Chunga's three with his feet set, too strong. Matu tried to pull it down over Bigger, but no dice there. Al's Bigger is bigger than him. He's 6'10". Nice kick out pass, and it's Hughes finding Marsh.
Good box out there for the Saints. Latu keeping the much bigger out of the cylinder for that rebound.
Latu. There is a seal on the hoop at the moment at both ends, and that wasn't even bothered by the long three from Blackmore. But it's going to be Saints ball.
Yeah, the execution is solid. The finishes just haven't been quite up to par with the first half of the early goings of the second term. Sam Gold checking in, hoping to change that. Latu hits the bench. He was a little bit puffed, putting in a lot of effort keeping Big R off the glass out there.
Bigger sits, and Taratana back in the game. Gold, Munier, Yuli, driving, using the strength off the glass, no good as the shot clock wound down.
Two small lineups in defensively. If I'm in this game offensively, I'm attacking the rim as often as possible. Not a lot of shot blocking in there. You can take advantage of it both ways.
Marsh gets the rebound, and they give them another fresh 14. 3 to shoot now. Oh, and that's tough for the Saints. With the shot clock at 2, the reach in on the drive.
Adahi Marsh just searches it out really well. Unfortunately for Yuli, gets a little bit greedy with the swipe there. A bit more forearm than basketball. Resets the shot clock to 14 for the Franklin Bulls here in the half court.
You've got a piece of that, so it's a minute to go in the third quarter. The Bulls with this 1-point lead.
Love that connectedness by Munier defensively there, staying above that screen, refusing to get screened, then getting his hand on the ball. Just being disruptive. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Active hands by the Saints, but good ball movement from the Bulls. And they get the stop to the Saints. Both teams struggling to score here, but Chunga looking to push, dropping it back to Munier. Munier gives it to Chunga. In the corner is Yuli. Yuli gives it back to Munier. Gold comes up high. Nice cut. Chunga with a double clutch baseline dunk.
Well, nice timing on that cut from the corner. And it's on Munier, I think, the whole time just trying to set up Chunga from the baseline, his second chin up of the day.
And finally a 3. And it's going to be Saville in the corner for the Bulls to give them back the lead with 14 seconds to go in this third quarter.
His first triple of the day. He's up to 7 points now, second leading scorer on the Bulls squad.
6 now, shot clock off for the Saints. Sam Gold with a board and a bucket. Hey, guess what?
Tied up?
We're tied up at 26.
Keeping it tight. We've had a bevy of overtime games of late.
It was tied up at after 1, it was tied up at halftime, and now it's tied up at the end of the third quarter.
Well, we did have our first double overtime game of the Rapid League season earlier this round, because we want to include everybody. Extra free basketball, that includes everybody inclusion round. But a nice effort there by Gold on the glass to finish that quarter. He too realized that there's not a lot of big boulders out there, so he can do his work down on the offensive glass. Taking a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, the Saints shooting 47% overall, but they've taken 10 less shots. I'm sorry, the Bulls shooting 47% overall, but 10 less shots than the Saints so far in this game. A 15-12 rebound advantage, but 6 turnovers for the Bulls have evened out that possession game. Coming down to this fourth quarter, it's got to be all about pace. You hear Chris Tupu talking about it. If you want pace, you got to get yourself some feed, and that feed, $30 for a large cheese pizza, doesn't get better than that. SalesJam26 is your online code, or scan the QR code, valid until Tuesday, the 23rd of June. What a deal.
That is a great deal. And so, final quarter of this Rapid League game, 4 minutes to decide the winner. And I feel as though we might go to overtime.
It feels like kind of day.
And I know you're asking, how can you say that? Well, the last 3 quarters have finished tied.
Tied. History is a good repeater of the future. As long as we don't keep descending in score, because it's been 11-8-7 through the first 3 quarters so far.
Turnover, Chunga, and he's fouled.
We've got some real ball hawks out there defensively. Abu Chunga there. Just quick hands, taking off that crossover, and then takes the contact in transition. 7 steals in the game so far, 4 by the Saints, 3 by the Bulls.
With vengeance in his mind.
Why isn't he excited?
Punched it down.
What is going? He's just got that. Oh, he almost gets that block too. Chunga is bouncy, baby. He is doing it off a trampoline on both ends. Some huge highlights offensively today.
Oh my! There's nothing leisurely about this in Franklin. Aubrey Chunga with violence.
He is playing with malice aforethought on that rim.
Muna corrects the net with a 3.
Suddenly the Saints say 5 straight points. Take that to your overtime, Moles. We're here to take over down the stretch.
Quick 5-0 run to get us going. And Adahi Marsh started the first hot. And he's doing it in the third and let it hang. To cut the Saints lead to 2 as Muna. Chunga.
Well, Marsh with that last one, he's up to double figures. 11 points, only double-figure score of the game, and they needed it badly then.
Chunga,
do it again.
Too strong. Well done by Pakarangi.
Good defense by Pakarangi, using his chest to slow down that attack, and then rebounding as well with that second jump.
Marsh, he's got 11, and he leads all scorers in this game. That's good patience. Hunter Taratana there.
Great use of the eyebrows on that shot fake. You know, when you're being guarded by an athlete, you know they want to block shots, so you know they want to utilize that athleticism. The eyebrows, the head and shoulder fake gets Chunga up off the ground. Then he gets that contact and forces his way to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, but misses the first, so at best, the Bulls will be down a point here with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Taratana just 2 for 5 on this trip to the Chemist Warehouse stripe this afternoon. 6 of 13 overall, the Bulls. Just the 4 trips for the Saints. They've only made 1. So it's The Saints by one, 31-30. Munier. Gets it back. Iuli, 5 on the shot clock. Good hands by Pakurangi.
And Brittany Iuli just a half-second late. Had already put the ball on the floor when he realized that Latu was open on that roll. If he looks for the pass right away, he has that angle, but because of that delay, it's going to be ball on the baseline, just 5 seconds to get a shot up.
Gold off the inbounds.
That was tipped as well. Still found a way to get through.
Marsh, biggest back in the game. Gets the tip on the follow.
Well, they've kept him mostly on the bench, but he's able to get on the offensive glass with his own tip there. Beautiful block on the other end. Get that shot out of there.
Slaps it off the backboard. Staying with the visitors. 7 now on the shot clock. Munier with his feet set, left it short. Iuli with the sides on the rebound. Again, the active hands let the Saints have another possession, and Gold is the one who ends up with the bucket.
That is their 10th offensive rebound there. Oh, sorry, 11th. 11th offensive rebound.
That's crazy for a Rapid League game. Oh, nice finish from Hunter Taratana.
The late N1. He's off to the line, not even happy about it.
Well, he hasn't been shooting the ball particularly well. It's just 50% from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
It's not an N1, just a little stop and play there. So
it sounded like it should be an N1.
I think there was a sub in, so they stopped and got the sub in on the whistle. But good attack there by Taratana, and the back and forth seesaw battle continues.
Under a minute now, Chunga. Fouled.
Adahi Marsh there reaches across the body of Chunga. Not yet in the bonus though. So ball on the baseline. Taratana matched up with Chunga there.
Sam Gold has it. Saints just a 1-point lead. Iuli driving, kicking, dropped it off for Latu. Nice little cut there by Latu on that drive from Iuli. And they connect for 2, and they have a 3-point lead.
Good job by Iuli. Draws 2 defenders and drops it off a little high, but Latu's still able to corral and finish.
Beggar wants it on the block. On the drive. And 1. Taratana taking over here for the Bulls in the 4th quarter.
Taratana out there hunting the rim, coming up with a little bit of anger. Nice attack by Munier, makes it difficult to finish, but finish he does. Powers through that contact.
Big free throw here. Hunter Taratana. Can't get the roll.
The freebie's not so free today. Taratana 3 for 7 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Big rebound for Latu. Differential of around about 3.5 seconds. Look out! It's Chunga on the baseline. He's fouled on the drive.
Man, that just explosive. That first step, the power off of 2 feet. Just look at that change of direction. Adahi Marsh was guessing he's going over, and he's already on the baseline. Had a good chance of finishing another highlight play.
That looked quick in slow-mo. He makes the first.
It was quick in slow-mo.
13.1 seconds to go here. Chunga to make it a 3-point game. BNZ player timeouts available for both teams.
Call the timeout.
Bulls have it.
Call the timeout. Somebody call the timeout.
They eventually do. They burn a bit of clock, but it's still 9 seconds. And they only have 30 seconds to talk about it. There's not a lot of impetus there to get into the huddle together. Yeah, and you can use that QR code to get a ticket to the big game. Community groups, school groups, sports groups. Scan that QR code for a chance to win tickets to a Sal's NBL game near you.
Inspiring that next generation of Kiwi hooper. Who knows, if you get a group there, that next generation hooper might be in your group.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it's all about the 3-point line. I think if I'm the Bulls, I want to end this one in regulation. If But the Saints, they have to be a little bit more careful. They can't sell out on the arc. They have to be aware of those drives backdoors as well.
Out of here, Marsh inbounds it. He's 3 for 5 from behind the arc. He gets it back. Will they go for the kill shot here? Somebody needs to get a shot up. Time winding down. On the drive, there's a foul, and they can't get the roll, but Zion Anderson will go to the line to potentially send us to overtime.
0 seconds on the clock. Let's see if they put a little bit of time back on. I don't know if they will. Zion Anderson, good recognition, because nothing was happening offensively, and he just says, if nobody else will take care of it, I'll do it myself.
He's 1 for 4 from the line.
Normally with 0 time left on the clock, they send everybody away from the free throw line, but they're letting them stay in here. Let's see.
Let's see what the referees are going to do here, because they're huddling up at the moment, and they need to talk about if they're having a chin wag about potential time added to the clock.
Yeah, I think it is about getting some extra time there.
We've got a score bench, hands in the air.
Well, I don't think the scoreboard here can go to like 0.5. It's difficult, so that's as close as they can get it. 0.5 left.
Huge from Anderson, makes the first.
It all comes down to this.
This one to tie it at 38. And we'll go maybe to overtime here. He makes both, he hits both, nothing but net.
Saints have a player timeout, and they use it.
They can advance it, obviously.
How about Zion Anderson? Came into that 1 for 4 from the Chemist Warehouse strike on the day. Drops them both. He's trying to get us a little bit behind schedule. The BNZ player timeout, your chance to get those tickets to the big game. Scan that QR code, and maybe you could be at a game next round, sitting sideline with a big group of basketball fans, all thanks to the BNZ.
0.5, enough for a catch and shoot situation.
It is. You can catch, shoot. You can't put the ball on the floor, can't make a move. But at 0.4 or more, and you can catch and shoot in one motion.
Munir to inbound. Taratana trying to deny the angles. Sam Gold, catch and shoot. Fall away 3. We're going to overtime. Tied at 38.
And right back into the middle. Get right back into the center circle. The Bulls thinking they got a chance to huddle up. You do not. This is the kind of overtime I like. Right back on the court, get to work. Not a bad play. Decent look for Gold. He fades away a little bit. Just doesn't quite have the follow through to get it. We've got a second overtime game of the round, our 4th of the season.
Tied at 11 after quarter 1. 8 points apiece in quarter 2, 7 apiece in quarter 3, 12 apiece in quarter 4. It is hard to split these two teams in Rapid League right now, as Yuli will step off the floor, and it's going to be Blackmore, Alex Blackmore to start overtime here, and it falls to Taratana. Can't get it. But they do have it through Anderson on the glass.
Good scramble defensively by the Saints to get back. Looked like a surefire layup.
Anderson left hand. Can't get the finish.
Did all the work, but just can't get it to drop in between the net. Unfortunate for the Bulls.
Just a minute of overtime, so we're down to 32 seconds already. Chunga in the corner, too deep. Blackmore has it.
Shot clock has not reset, just 5 seconds left to get it up.
Down to 3, Munir. Fall away. Back of the iron. Great rebound. Anderson with it.
This could be it here for the Bulls. Zion Anderson, he was the hero of regulation. Gives it up to Taratana.
It's about a second differential. Shot clock heading towards 10. Bulls with the ball. Taratana in the corner. 3 ball. It's good! Clutch from Peyton Hughes, the captain.
Well, just his first bucket of the second half. He's got 6 on the day. Of course, they're both from behind the arc. Now 4.5 seconds for the Saints to pull out a miracle.
There's no BNZ player timeout. There are no coach timeouts in Rapid League.
Nothing left. They got to do it on the court, and they're going to have to do it quickly. Nothing but a 3 hurts the Bulls.
Here we go, 3.5 seconds. Gold with a one-handed heave. It's out of bounds.
Out of bounds off Chunga, I believe.
There might have been a bump, but it was a tip and it went out of bounds. Broken up. Nicely done by the Bulls.
They get the dough.
And the Bulls survive with a 3 from Peyton Hughes in overtime. And they win this Rapid League game in OT 41-38 over the Saints here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And we're going to have a look at some of the stats for you.
Well, what a seesaw affair. Nothing between these two teams, but the efficiency shooting of the Bulls is what comes through in the end. 50% from 2 and from beyond the arc. The Saints were able to get twice as many shots, but couldn't get 3 more points, even on the boards, pretty much even on the assists.
17 trips to the foul line for the Bulls there.
That's right, 12-6 foul count. Twice as many for the visiting Saints as the hometown Bulls.
We're back in about 14 minutes for the main game here. The South NBL between the Bulls and the Saints. Join us shortly as the Bulls take the Rapid League win here, 41-38. Tano, and welcome along to another sunny afternoon in the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. Outside it's gorgeous, inside we're ready for some hoops. And Pukekohe, it's the Bulls and the Saints. Round 11, inclusion round in the Sales NBL. And it is inclusion round. Use that QR code on the screen to find out more details about inclusion round. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. Four-time Sales NBL champion Casey Frank as well. Kia ora, Casey, welcome along.
Well, fantastic to be here. As always, Mole, it's going to be an interesting game between that Saints squad that's been playing quite fantastically and a Bull squad that is on the outside looking in of the finals. But they are a different beast at this home venue.
Absolutely. This team, this Bulls team, currently looking to advance themselves into the top six, sitting 7th in the ladder. The Saints 4th at 8-4. And the Bulls have already gone down big to the Saints in 2026 when they played them in Porirua, just north of Wellington. It was a bloodbath. So don't let that distract you from who can win this game. It's a new game, new day. And you can have your say on that QR code through yourshout.vote. Bulls and Saints. Currently the Bulls leading the votes there.
Some very optimistic Bulls fans out there because this Saints swap did fantastically well to lock things down in their meeting earlier this season where they completely ran this Bull squad off the floor, but a different venue, maybe a different result.
Well, big out for the Saints in this game. He suffered a hamstring injury in the round 10 matchup. And it's Elijah Pepper. He won't suit up for the Saints in this one, and this is how it's been looking for round 11 in the Sales NBL.
Taking a look at a big game last night for the Nuggets coming up over the air as the Bulls and Saints now finishing with some Monday night basketball. The Hawks hosting the Sharks, the battle of the Orange Armies.
Yeah, just the one game today, Monday night game. Sharks are going to bounce back after taking an L against the Airs. This is the ladder. Tuatara on top, just having a little bit of breathing room from the Sharks. And the Saints there with the Rams in between the Sharks and the visitors from Wellington. The Bulls you see there, Casey in 7th. There is a bit of a clear distinction between the top 4 and the chasing pack.
But not much of one. Only 2 games out of the top 6, all the way down to 11th. So teams, 6 through 11. And the Nuggets, should they falter coming in the home stretch, well, there's certainly a big pack of teams that are trying to get to it.
The points differential comes down to a lot of seedings when it comes to the playoffs, and who can make the top 6. The Wellington Saints have had their way with the Bulls over the last 3 games, including the big 50-point odd win earlier in the season. And they are on a roll wherever they play the Franklin Bulls, whether it be here in Pukekohe or in Wellington or Porirua for that matter.
But maybe not, because there's that late lineup change. Last week, Elijah Pepper goes down with a hamstring injury. And now he is out of the lineup, the leading scorer in the competition, sidelined for the day. That means Hiram Harris jumps into the starting lineup, but it certainly changed the gravity of this starting unit, Moles.
Well, the top scorer for the Saints in that game was Dante Ingram. And he hasn't really needed to score because of the weight of the offense falls squarely on the shoulders of Pepper at 12 points a game. Hiram Harris recently joined the Saints after a stint in Japanese second div basketball, and that is the starting 5. And Hiram Harris is a welcome addition with all his experience and size and hustle. Carlin Davison, he is having a great season. Again, he doesn't need to score a whole lot, but he's averaging 7.1 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 2.5 steals, and he's shooting at 53%.
It's just been fantastic to see his just evolution into such a complete overall player. So many different things he can do on the court.
Absolutely. He caught up with you, Casey, earlier before we went to air.
Carlin, with no Pepper available today, that means there's quite a bit of offense missing for the Saints, but also lots of shots available. How will you and the Saints team look to adjust for his missing presence today and when you redistribute that offensive game?
Yeah, obviously Pep's a big part of our offense. We all know that. The whole league knows that. But we still have pieces around. We got Zay, we got Dante, we got Hiram, myself. Like everybody can score. That's not an issue. I think it's our defense, but obviously we're gonna miss Pip, but I still believe we can get it done.
Well, speaking about the defense, the Bulls have quite the three-headed monster offensively with Witt, Boyd, and Carter combining for over 60 points per game. For you and the Saints, is it a matter of shutting down that big three and getting the win, or will it take more of an all-encompassing effort to slow down this Bull squad?
Yeah, they got three very talented inputs, and obviously it's going to be stopping them, but also it's a team game, so we got to stop everybody and keep the bigs off the rebounds. DKP is very good at getting into the paint and sealing his man, so got to stop him too, but yeah, it's going to be a team effort.
That's Carlin Davison for the Saints. Franklin Bulls, a lot of their offense falls on three particular players, and they last beat the Saints in the elimination final almost 2 years ago. It did not go well for them in the following game against the Tuatara, but they got the win over the Saints 2 years ago, and that was the last time they tasted success.
A long time between drinks for this Bull squad, but they've got enough offensive weapons to compete with anyone. The question, of course, is defensively. Will they be able to slow down this Saints team? They have to find a way to make this Saints team uncomfortable in half court and in transition.
Well, their three imports, Carter Witt, Darian Boyd, and Jace Carter, score 60 points of the 92 points that the Bulls score on offense, and they rounded out with Dom Kalman-Poto and Kale Robinson, two local players. And Jace Carter, what a player he is, the 6'7", 23-year-old from Florida. He's the Bulls captain, and he's had a taste of the NBA G League as well. And he had a big shift against the Hawks in round 10 in overtime over the Hawks.
Yeah, he's a fantastic player who can really fill it up, but his rebounding just as important as his offense to this Bulls team. Without him in that painted area, this is a thin front line.
Jace Carter caught up with Casey Frank as well pre-game.
Jace coming into today's game up against the Saints team, who last time you faced them got away from you on the offensive end, dropping the highest point total of the South NBL season. Where do the Bulls need to be better today to keep that point total in a more reasonable neighborhood so you can have a chance to get the win today?
Yeah, I think just containing them on the transition side. You know, they got a lot of ball-dominant guards that like to get the ball out and play pretty fast. So slowing them down on that end, taking predictable shots and tagging the way we approach the tag, I think it's going to be a really big emphasis. Just slowing them down in transition. They're a really fast team. They can get out and go, and it gets out of hand pretty quick if you let them play their game. So just slowing them down on that end would be a big deal for us on the defensive side.
Conversely, the Bulls' offense has shown at times it's been really well-oiled, but at times not so much. The last 5 games alternating between 90 and 70 points scored. What do you and your teammates need to do today to make sure that offense is running at a high-octane level for a full 40-minute game?
I just think taking the right shots, you know, playing off the ball, and you see 2 on, you kick it. I think a lot of times we get so amped and trying to score and being the best version of ourselves that we sometimes get in the habit of shooting on 2 or 3 people. I think a lot of it is just taking the one more extra pass. It'll be a big deal for us tonight as a long athletic team like the Saints are. It'll be a good test for us tonight. So I think just getting off the ball and playing unselfishly will be pretty good for us.
Well, just to confirm, it was a 120-88 win for the Saints over the Bulls in May, and here's how the stats look, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse.
Look at that efficiency from the Saints inside the arc. It is just so powerful. The rebounds per game in favor of the Saints, but the Bulls, the best offensive rebounding team in the competition. The Saints have their work cut out to keep them off the glass. The assists per game, the Saints much better at facilitating. For the Bulls, that's all on Carter Witt's hands. If they can keep Carter Witt from finding a lot of his teammates who are creating things with that pass, it's going to be much easier for the Saints to slow down this offense.
Well, this is what it looks like for the Saints for the next 3 games after this one. They'll host the Giants, they'll go to Dunedin to play the Nuggets, and then they will host the Rams on what will be some tough matchups coming up. Nelson are desperate to climb up the ladder and get some dubs. The Nuggets looking to keep pace in the top 6, and the Rams looking to get some separation between them and the Saints in that top four. The Bulls, this is how it looks for them. The Phi, they host the Phi at home. They fly to Nelson, and then they also have the Nuggets at home in round 14.
And for the Bulls, their destiny is in their own hands. They win those games, they'll be in the top 5, not just the top 6. So if they can find a little bit of form today, keep things going. But over these next 3 games, not just today, it is all about them controlling their own destiny.
So just to confirm, there is no Elijah Pepper in this game. The league's leading scorer out with a hamstring injury, and that means Hiram Harris will get the start. And of course, Hiram Harris, finals MVP last year in the grand final matchup against the Southland Sharks.
Fantastic play.
So it's quite nice to call up him to come into the game, Casey.
But he does so many different things. You wonder where that perimeter gravity is going to come from with Hiram Harris in the lineup. Taking a look at the Bulls starting 5, Witt, the leading assist man in the competition. Darian Boyd, their leading scorer. Jace Carter just behind him, but a double-double maestro. And Robinson and Dom Kalmimpoto together, those guys average about 83 of the 93 points per game that the Franklin Bulls score. So this is a team that is very reliant on its starting group.
Well, this is your barter card referees for this game. Brad Clive, Sam McFadzean, Danielle Couge as well. And so
the kid won't give up the ball.
Well, he's just waiting for his photo.
Brad Clyde tried to get it. He's like, nah, my ball. No smiles.
You get the photo, then you give the referee the ball.
He knows what's up.
He knows how it goes. That's
fella knows what's
work
up
from him.
He was very serious. I appreciated his seriousness. It's a serious task.
So the Saints now looking like they're the popular choice for people at home watching or wherever you are in Aotearoa, New Zealand, or online on FIBA YouTube or on ESPN in the US. We're away, the Saints with the ball, and it's Isaiah Leafa. Ketchalea. And Leafa to shoot the ball from deep. Tipped around, who wants it? It's going to be Darian Boyd with it to Cal Robinson. 3 ball up, nice and quick.
I love that effort on the glass the first time with the Bulls. Multiple players touching it, but they stuck with it. But they're going to have to do that every time down the court today.
Dante Ingram showing intent, but he can't get the roll. It's unfriendly in Franklin.
Man, the Saints are attacking the offensive glass as well. Get the ball in the hands of Carter Witt. Let him set this offense and set the table for somebody to finish it off.
Well, these are 2 elite offensive rebounding teams. The Bulls are first, as you might have said in pregame, at almost 14.5 on average. Saints are third with almost 11. I'm looking for another offensive rebound there, but unlucky to come away with it. It will be the Saints who protect the glass. Leafa gets free on the baseline drive.
A little mismatch there. Duncan Poto ends up on Isaiah Leafa. He just turns on the jets and gets straight to the cup for the off-foot finish.
It's Carter Witt. Has it knocked away by a Ketchalea, that pass to DKP.
Duncan Poto has been such a key pickup for this Bulls squad. His interior presence sorely needed.
Also a good forearm shiver. And that's a good bucket.
Carter Witt is an impressive player. He's so good at facilitating, but when he gets aggressive looking for his own shot, he can certainly do a lot of damage there as well.
This kid comes from Germany. He's played for Nuremberg, the Falcons. And looking for a defensive rebound. Jace Carter can't quite believe it.
Nuremberg, not known for their basketball.
Well, the Nuremberg Falcons, he averaged 10 and 4 assists. He had a 5-year collegiate career before that at Wake Forest and Belmont. Ketchalea knocking down a 3.
Man, he is confident from behind the arc, and because he's such a big, strong player, I think a lot of his opponents don't respect that range, but even with a hand in his face, he knocks it down with ease.
37% from deep this season, 56 from the floor overall for Ketchalea. Saints with this early lead. Carter Witt picked up by Alea, had to put it up, and that's a shot clock violation. Excellent defense from the Saints.
And Alea in particular gets up on that switch and really harasses the ball handler, Carter Witt.
Had a double-double against the Tuatara, did Alea?
knocks it out of the hand of Carter, makes it giving him nothing but a prayer as the buzzer sounded.
Hiram Harris.
Count it.
And a blocking foul called.
I think that one's going to be on the floor regardless, but I like Hiram Harris deciding to get that shot up just straight through Cale Robinson. Sometimes it is not good to be on the tracks when the train is coming through.
You cannot sleep on Hiram Harris when he's bringing the ball up.
He is going to look to change directions very quickly. DKP almost gets that steal.
This is a fun matchup between these two already.
They get aggressive out there. Especially on the perimeter, really harassing everybody who's trying to reverse that ball.
Ingram. Tough shot on the glass.
Tough cover for Carter Witt. Giving up 4 or 5 inches there and quite a bit of weight. And it was recognized there by Ingram. He just goes strong to the cup and powers for that finish.
Up high is Dom Calman-Poto, trying to put it between his legs, I think. And we got a foul. I think it's going to be on Allaire. Daniel Couge, Sparta card referee, says it is on Akech Allaire. Just got his hand in there.
Dives down. Yeah. Hustling for it, got a little bit of leg. Now a lot of sweat on the floor where Allaire hit the deck.
Darian Boyd is the leading scorer at 22 a game on the screen right now. He's also had a pro season in the G League and he was selected 38th overall by the Santa Cruz Warriors. Played some G League with the College Park Skyhawks. And now it's Dom Calman-Poto with 2. Off the glass, too strong. Carlin Davison with that rebound. Liafa again, but this time he can't get it to go down. But an offensive board from Davison. Liafa drops it off. Hiram Harris has it blocked by Carter.
Chase Carter means so much to this team. Tremendous effort coming from the weak side.
Boyd for 3.
And Carter sets that one up as well. Draws defenders and just drops it off for his scoring guard to drain it from deep.
Oh, nice look as Allaire tried to punch it down on Carter.
Oh, I think Carter just a little unfortunate there. Was in the vicinity. Looked like it just missed by a catch Allaire. Yeah, there was some body contact, but I thought a solid contest overall. Beautiful backdoor, better pass, and not sure how that's a foul on Jace Carter.
I think because he jumped in the direction and hit his body. He didn't go straight up. I'm just trying to interpret the call. But nonetheless, the catch Allaire.
He's got to be careful getting that first one early. And you got to be careful not to miss your chance for a hoop in a school near you. Check out that QR code to find out more. South and Otago, that region's almost up. Soon to be Northland and Auckland, but you got to scan the QR code for all the information to see if you can't get a hoop in a school near you. All thanks to Basketball New Zealand and the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, these two teams aren't particularly good at protecting the three-point line here in the Sal's NBL. 3-point field goal percentage defense. The Saints are 8th, the Bulls are last. As Ingram had the block on Carter Witt.
A little angry with that block. Carter Witt thought he had a free path, and Ingram said, not today.
Allaire sits. Jordan Hunt's out there. Davison backing down Boyd. Calman-Poto shadowing on double. Iuli in the game as well. Tries to drop it off to Jordan Hunt. Rebounds for Jace Carter. Tough work on the glass there.
Well, just a lot of opportunities for the Saints go wanting. Just need a lockdown on that execution, but the Bulls are hustling.
Carter Witt's fouled.
Carlin Davison whistled for that one. Very switchy lineup that the Saints have on the court right now. I expect to see switches all over the place. Don Calman-Poto checks out. Alice Bigger checks in. Darian Boyd as well takes a seat. He hasn't quite been able to find his range yet in this one. Just hitting that one triple.
Here's Witt Looking for the backdoor cut to Carter. Oh, that's pretty from the Bulls.
Well, with a point guard like Carter Witt, you always have to be moving, and Jace Carter is more than happy to oblige as Carter Witt gets the steal as well.
Finds Carter in the corner. Nice.
How about the Saints in the passing lanes? Really making it difficult. Looked like a transition opportunity for the Bulls, but the Saints hustle back in numbers and scramble out of it so effectively, taking away any advantage and now giving the Bulls a short shot clock with which to work.
In the corner is Anderson. Davison is fouled by Jace Carter.
Oh, no foul, just out of bounds.
Out of bounds? That is
fortunate.
Fortunate for Jace Carter right there, because that looked like a foul over the back.
That looked like number 2 to me.
What do you reckon?
A lot of contact there.
Hey, we're not on the referee's baseline there. They had a better angle.
I'm sure Jace Carter's breathed a little sigh of relief after seeing that was just a possession whistle and nothing more.
Show your hands, Kale. Show your hands, Kale.
Ingram. Harm Harris. Looking for Davison. Finds him. Single digits on the shot clock. Down to 6. Hard spinning. And it's Yuli on the baseline. And with the offensive putback.
I love the penetrating pass. Nice roll by Jordan Hunt. Bigger makes it a difficult finish, but because of that initial penetration with the cut and the pass, that rebounding is opened up for Brandon Yuli's hustle.
Carter. Excuse me, that's Darian Boyd. No, it's Jace Carter, my bad.
Jace Carter doing a little bit of everything, but really key offensively now. 5 points for him to go along with, says 1 rebound, it feels like more.
Harm Harris with an offensive board. Yuli knocks that straight on 3.
Yeah, really unselfish offense here from the Saints. And really attacking the offensive glass. They have 5 of them already on 9 missed shots. They're getting more than half of them back. And the Bulls came in as the best offensive rebounding team in the competition. They have yet to take a care of on the offensive end. Taken together, that is not the recipe the Bulls need to try and get a victory today.
14-10, timeout.
We just got to rebound, okay?
It's an arm wrestle at the moment between these two teams.
Tight on our communications. You got to be in the last early on the one before. That's the one we're talking about. Where you try to make a fucking play. Just be in the high last and be solid. Be in the high last and be solid.
Both teams looking for things. I think defensively it's all about for the Bulls, but if you don't want a ton of defense, let's talk 3x3 because that is all offense all the time. It's been added to the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and that is going to be good fun moles.
It certainly is. 3x3, the Tall Blacks went to the World Cup recently.
Fast risers, the Tall Blacks. They
certainly are.
Didn't get the results they wanted, but global recognition is certainly coming the way of 2-point nation. If you don't know, that's what New Zealand calls itself because they like to get that ball up from deep. It's fast-paced, frenetic action. Basketball, like you may not be familiar.
Yeah, 3s are 2s and 3x3, half court. Barely any stops.
Not a lot of stops. You got to be fit and you got to keep on going. Gonna be interesting to see who makes the team for the Tall Blacks. It's gonna not that far away from competing for that iron, a medal of some sort. Hopefully not. Hopefully they don't win the iron. That feels like it would be worse than 3rd.
It really does. It feels like last.
It's still metal.
That's correct. Boyd. Witt. Here's Darian Boyd. Corner ball. Yuli off the bench. And he has been a nice pickup for the Saints in Rapid League and coming off the bench in the Sal's NBL.
And this is starting to look about the time where the Saints are missing the presence of Elijah Pepper. There's such just a security blanket. You could always give him the basketball. He could create something on his own. The way that the gravity of the court shifted towards him because of his prolificness from beyond the arc. And after that initial spurt of adrenaline is used up, now the team is trying to work its way out and figure what they have in the half court. And it's just not quite as much space as they'd like without the shooter out there.
Aubrey Chonga's in the game for the Saints. If you didn't see Rapid League, My goodness, Aubrey Chunga had 3 massive dunks in Rapid League.
He'd be bouncy. 17 years old. Young fella does not play like it, though. I mean, except for the really springy ligaments.
41-38 was the Bulls' Rapid League win number. There's the scoreline here at Franklin Pool Leisure Centre as the Alpha drops it off for Jordan Hunt. That's nice.
He really manipulated the defense there. Excellent reversal of the basketball, and then the shot fake gives him that wide open lane, draws multiple defenders in the paint before Jordan Hunt steps up in the dunker spot for the finish.
Carter. Corner ball's off. Darian Boyd tracks it down, though. Carter Witt looking to drive, drops it off for Bigger.
Just didn't catch that cleanly. Really nicely set up. But Bigger leaves without a bucket because of the bobble.
Kitchley actually grabbed the ring there because he was up so high to steady himself as he came back down. Chunga on the drive, and he's fouled.
Strong move by a young player, taking that contact, but not getting pushed off his line because of it. Stays with the line, and there he actually displaces Cale Robinson because of the strength of the drive. And the young fella's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to see if he can't make a couple count. First free throws, or sorry, second and the third and fourth free throws of the day for the Saints.
Aubrey Chunga played for the select team, the under-18 select team in Germany in April. Albert Schweitzer Cup, won gold with the New Zealand team at the 2025 under-17 Oceania Cup. Team of HUD International Boys School. Bright future coming up for Aubrey Chunga. Misses the second. Kitchalea back in the game and finds the rebound. Liafa.
Was pretty fortunate. Jace Carter mistimed the first rebound, and it gets back to the Saints. Had a chance to add to the 6-0 scoring run. But now the Bulls have a chance to knock it down. No better man to put it in the hands of than Darian Boyd, their leading scorer.
Carter Whip. Oh, look away to Kalman. Poto has it blocked by Hunt. Up ahead to Chunga.
Watch out!
There the defense from Boyd, but he's got him as Chunga goes down.
Aubrey Chunga just creating a bit of a nuisance for himself in transition, getting out ahead and attacking Darian Boyd, who picks up the foul. He's disappointed with it. And that is just his first of the ball game. Aubrey Chunga, a chance to go 2 for 2 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this time after going 1 for 2 the first trip. And I curse him with a little bit of commentator activity there.
It is tough sledding at the moment offensively for both teams. Look at a 17-10 first quarter scoreline with 1:40 to go. The Bulls holding the Saints to 35.3% shooting. And the Saints holding the Bulls to 28.6%.
The Bulls won't be happy with the offense, but they'll be pleased with the defense after giving up the highest point total of the season to the Saints in the first matchup this season. This is much more around the pace that they need to keep this Saints team if they're wanting to stay in it.
They won't be happy with the amount of offensive rebounds they've given up on the glass to the Saints. 7 already in this first quarter. Boyd in all sorts of trouble. Hiram Harris all over him.
A lot of arm on that one. Darian Boyd thinks so as well, but Hiram Harris contesting well and challenging in the corner. When Boyd fumbled it, made a very difficult look to try and finish.
Ingram. Chunga gives it to Hiram Harris. Starting the game in place, the injured leading scorer of the league, Elijah Pepper, the Australian, averaging just over 30 a game as Chunga's 3 is good. And they extend the lead to 11.
5 points for the young fella off the bench. Does very well to keep it going, and then we got a foul here in the full court and a 10-0 run by the Saints. The Bulls cut it to 1, but what a close to the corner. Winning time. This is when champions get it done, and the Saints are certainly getting it done down the stretch of the opening quarter.
Saville in the game. Pakurangi for the Bulls. Boyd. Calvin Potter. And for a handoff to Jace Carter. Who drives, goes strong, and he's fouled.
Just a powerful attack on the basket, refusing to be denied. And for me, if I'm the Bulls and I really need a bucket, that's the guy I'm going to be putting it in the hands of. Explosive takeoff there, putting pressure on the rim. Foul called on Hiram Harris on that one. He challenged as well. And tough from the free throw line for both teams. 4 for 7 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe early.
Jace Carter, the Floridian, misses the second. Under 30 to go in this first quarter. Chunga has it slapped away.
Good strong hands by Dom Kamenpoto forcing that turnover.
Carter has it poked away.
Kitchalier has been harassing these ball handlers. He has such a reach advantage that I don't think they expect him to be able to swipe at it. Boyd use that shot fake.
Gets him in the air, back of the iron, a Kitchalier. And that'll do us for the first quarter. The Saints with a 21-10 lead here in the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. They hold the Bulls to 25% shooting and just 10 points. And they hold them scoreless for the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds of the first quarter. We'll take a break and come back with a second shortly. No mai hoki mai, welcome back. It's the Saints with a 21-10 lead here at quarter time break. The Saints holding the Bulls to just 10 points here. Aaron Young joins us now, head coach of the Saints. Aaron, you must be really happy with the glass work on the offensive end and holding the Bulls to 10 points in that first quarter.
Yeah, solid effort. You know, we came in with a mindset to get things done, and when we approach things the right way, we're a disruptive team and we're energetic. We've just got to be consistent.
You speak about approach, Aaron, and I'm interested in your approach without Elijah Pepper in the lineup, a man who's responsible for 30 points a game. How do you look at replacing that kind of offensive replacement? Yes, you've got a lot of talented players, but to remove a piece that big certainly leaves a gap that needs papering over.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a talented group, so, you know, we just keep sharing the ball, keep moving it. Plenty of opportunities to attack closeouts, play into space. Everyone has to, you know, step up in the role offensively.
Hey, thank you very much for your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
21-12. Finally get a bucket. Jace Carter scores for the Bulls here to start us in that second quarter as Dante Ingram gets loose, gets free underneath. Carter Witt looking to drive on Carlin Davis and left it behind. Allaire hustling hard. And then a little bit too much mustard on that one from Carlin Davison. The ball returns to the Bulls here. 23-12. Grindy so far through the first quarter and a bit.
Well, the Bulls haven't found the efficiency, but they're doing a nice job of dealing with the pressure of the Saints. Haven't had a turnover yet, but possibly need to get a little bit more aggressive moving forward to catch a leer. He's thinking he's not the one to touch that.
And it's going to be off that Carlin Davison pass. He's trying to fire it back in. So they give the Bulls another possession. Just 6 rebounds for the Bulls in all. As Carter Witt's three is long. Ingram with the board.
Not really manipulating the defense with that. Like the ball going side to side, but the defense never really followed the ball. Cale Robinson gets pinged for a little too much contact on Hiram Harris there. Probably fortunate because it took away the 3 from Isaiah Liafa.
To be fair, the Bulls are 11th in rebounding on the defensive end.
They're a great offensive rebounding team, but defensively haven't been able to find that same level of commitment to the glass work.
Ingram. Davison with 5, shoots the 3. And this is everything by the looks of it there. Carlin Davison, wry smile from the Tall Black International. Game's coming up in the beginning of July against Guam and the Philippines first at Spark Arena on a Friday night, then Guam at Event Finder Stadium on the Monday night on ESPN on Sky Sport.
July 3rd, July 6th, gonna be a lot of fun.
Chase Carter, pull up 3. And here's an offensive rebound tracked down by Darian Boyd just there, second. Carter looking to drive on Jordan Hunt to start for the Saints here early on in the second quarter, and Jordan Hunt picks up the foul.
Might have been Carlin Davison as well. He was off his feet and gets into it, fighting underneath, and yeah, it looks like it's Carlin Davison comes down. Jordan Hunt.
It will be a Carlin Davison foul.
Trailing from behind, just the speed of Jace Carter, so difficult for the bigs to deal with. But the free throws are not the friends of the Bulls so far. 0 for 3. All 3 misses by Jace Carter.
It wasn't great in Rapid League either, free throw shooting for the Bulls. 9 of 17. And their win went to overtime, and this is the second. Hiram Harris can't control that. So it returns to the Bulls. Just the 3rd turnover. The Bulls, interesting, don't have a turnover yet.
And the pressure of the Saints hasn't really impacted them. And the Bulls, for the most part, do a nice job of taking care of the basketball throughout the year, but need to turn those possessions into quality possessions. They're just shooting 26% from the field right now and under 19% from 3.
What I respect from the Saints is that they have 8 field goals made, but 10 assists.
That's pretty impressive. I think somebody got an extra one.
Hiram Harris is the recipient of a nice assist, and he gets the left-hand finish.
Hiram Harris, well, it's all running the lane, the effort, the enthusiasm, the energy. Trying to be matched here by Dom Poto underneath. But Jordan Hunt gets pinged with the whistle, so DKP off to the line.
And there, look at that. You just see the nice pass. Good interior passing. Shout out Ricky Struthers. Great.
Struthers.
That's what my dad used to say. Ricky Struthers, great interior passing.
He really was. He formed a potent front court pairing with Piero Cameron when I came over to this competition.
Was that Saints with the Stars, sorry?
When I was with the Stars, yeah. He was a Waikato back then.
Oh, yep.
He had that great career at Arizona State as well.
Old man used to call Saints games for the radio in Wellington. He used to run around the show buildings.
It's in the blood.
That's how young I was. They played in the show buildings in Newtown.
I mean, surely you were still an embryo.
Nah, man. I'm old as dust.
It's pretty old.
I think I was born before they built the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. That's how old I am.
That's not possible. We'd be water blasting your skin to get that cleaned if that was true. Don.
Hunt splits everybody and throws it away.
And there is just not a lot of rhythm to this one right now.
There's nothing. We're talking about how old I am and what I was doing when I was a kid. I also saw Ice House at the show buildings.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's how old I am. Darian Boyd.
Good place for basketball, though.
Oh, great environment. I mean, those were the heydays of the Saints. Kenny McFadden, as we've got a turnover there on the backcourt from Carter Witt and the Bulls, who disagrees. Kerry Boagni. Saints, who can forget Kenny McFadden's three-quarter heave shot to win it?
Not me. I actually can't remember it.
I can. I
wasn't there, but
you weren't there, though.
Rest in peace, Kenny Mack.
Absolutely. Dante Ingram.
Jace Carter picks up foul number 2 there with the illegal box out. Didn't close that gap on Carlin Davidson. And man, this Saints squad is attacking the offensive glass. They are not shooting the ball particularly well either. Not quite to the lower level of the Bulls, but just 41% from inside. And Jace Carter backs up into that one and takes out Carlin Davidson. Carter will have to be a little bit more careful the rest of this half. Only Bulls player with 2 fouls so far. Carlin Davidson has 2 for the Saints.
He's also been the one that's looked the most confident offensively in this first half as Hunt misses a 3. The Saints now 3 for 9, but another offensive rebound. That's the 9th in the game in this half. Hunt to Ewley. He's fouled.
Jace Carter gets foul number 3 there. Tough possession for the Bulls. Multiple attempts because of that offensive rebounding prowess of the Saints. And then this attack by Brady Ewley, and Jace Carter goes for the swipe. Pays the price. He goes to the bench. Saints take a 12-point lead. And a chance to build on it from the Chemist Warehouse stripe for Brady Ewley.
Into the game. It's Cal Robinson for the Bulls and Jace Carter. Saints building this lead methodically. It's not pretty at the moment, but it's effective. Darian Boyd slips.
Unlucky.
And that's ugly for the Bulls. As Hunt gives it back to Davison, and just not a lot going on at the moment for the Franklin Bulls at either end. They give up an easy bucket there. And let's wipe up a wet spot, I believe, at the other end.
Just 3 points in the quarter for the Bulls so far. The tap has been turned off. It is not flowing here in the Pool and Leisure Center. The Stockyard, home court unfriendly. Fortunately, the defense is doing a decent job here, making things difficult for this Saints team. But unless the Bulls start putting some pressure on the scoreboard, it's going to get easier and easier for the Saints as this game goes along.
Here's Witt, averages just under 10 assists a game. Boyd to the cup, that's better from the Bulls. And now we've got a timeout from Aaron Young. Didn't like the defensive look on that one. And even though they lead by 15, Aaron Young sees a couple of issues that he wants to talk about here in the second quarter.
He's trying to nip this one in the bud. We'll try and give a listen. Fingers crossed on the language.
At the very base of what we do, protect the rim.
We got a rebound and we got enough foul, okay?
Last few possessions, we're assuming shit and they're just freely walking into things or getting away with shit. Protect the rim. If they get into paint, go and get that shit, Jordy. Don't let them fucking have layups. Hey.
And sometimes you roll the dice and lose.
Drag chase. Say you're at the 1. B, you fly off it. Orbs, you're in this corner. All right? Look at it. If it's on, we got to have some cutters. But if it's not, play the keep. Jordy, run that dunker corner wheel. All right? Run that a couple times. Get some good movement. Hey, down there. Keep talking. If they go to their Iverson and they want to exchange, we're switching that.
So a large cheese pizza for $30. Apologies for the language. Coming out of that timeout. That's the beauty of it. Online code is Sal's Champ 26 through that QR code there. It's valid until Tuesday.
$30 cheese pizza? You're looking, I'm not dropping F-bombs out here. What a deal that is. Maybe Coach Young just saw the deal and couldn't deal. Sal's Champ 26 is your online code, or scan that QR code to go to Sal's near you.
So the Saints out of that timeout. Let's see how they improve, especially their offensive sets. They started to really pick apart the Bulls on the wings. Some wing action like this here. Chunga though, he's a little hesitant. So Leafa lets it fly, misses early on the glass for the 10th offensive ball this half. Saints all over the glass. Chunga given space. Hunt tries to get 11 for the Bulls, for the Saints rather, but it's bigger for the Bulls, who pulls it down. Carter Witt in trouble at half court, gets out of it though. That's nice.
Yes, buckets.
Robinson.
Bulls get that layup. 4 straight points for them, starting to get a little bit of rhythm.
Jordan Hunt in deep, too deep. Excellent poise.
Jordan Hunt with that left-hand finish. He's been really efficient as a finisher. Always seems to find himself in the right spot for the Saints.
Carter Witt spinning. Oh, look, dime. Ball movement. Robinson for 3. Banks it in. The perfect end to a gorgeous play.
well done offensively. I love the unselfishness, but how about Jordan Hunt running the court the other way?
One of the best rim runners in the league.
And just gets that back right away. He challenged the shot and gets himself down the court. But I love the offense by the Bulls, getting the ball through hands, forcing the Saints into rotation.
Witt puts it up off the glass, and we've got a foul underneath.
Oh, that's bigger.
And it's going the way of the Saints at the moment.
Really like that defense from Aubrey Chunga on the ball, forcing Witt into a difficult step-through attempt. Big R heads to the bench after picking up that whistle, his 2nd personal foul. Cale Robinson, Jace Carter sitting on 3 personal fouls for the Bulls.
They're a long team, the Saints. They're not particularly tall. Jordan Hunt, legit 6'10". And Leah, he's got long arms. And he's bouncy. But it's a little bit problematic for the Bulls there with foul trouble to their bigs.
Yeah, it certainly has been an issue for the Bulls all season long. They just don't have that depth up front. Going to really be reliant on Dom Kelman-Boto going into the 4th quarter with those fouls.
It is a plus 17 rebound advantage at the moment for the Saints over the Bulls.
Sheesh.
26-9, just 9 rebounds for the hosts.
That is just selfish by the Saints. Let somebody else play the game.
Carter Witt. Nice look. Darian Boyd. Carter Witt has great vision.
And he really manipulates the defense with the no-look. That's a carry. Leafa got his offhand on the ball. Take another look at this beautiful find by Carter Witt. Just looking outside, everybody thinks he's going to the perimeter. 3 Saints defenders within touch distance of Witt, but nobody within touch distance of the Cutters. Just a bit of ball watching for the Saints at times here. The Bulls just have never really let it got too far out of the realm of possibility, and because of that, they're only a bucket away from cutting this to single figures.
There's Darian Boyd. Deep 3, straight on. A rebound. An offensive one at that for Kelman-Boto.
Zion Anderson can't catch that cleanly.
Tyrone Harris looking to push. You got to pick him up because he will go into your chest. And he shoots the 3 after bobbling it.
It's an illegal box out underneath. Don Kelman-Boto picks up his 1st personal foul of the game.
So it will be Saints ball on the baseline. Isaiah Leafa to inbound it.
And you may have noticed the black armband on the arm of Isaiah Leafa. That's in remembrance of his cousin, Xavier Murioho. He passed away Thursday night, so him and a few of his Saints teammates obviously sending out a shout of remembrance. All thoughts to the Murioho family in this time of loss.
Subs coming in on the make. Hunt good on the second. Saints lead is now 13. Hunt will sit.
Switching defense just has been so tough for the Bulls to crack.
Anderson's three rims out, and it's Cameron Potter with an offensive board. Witt. It's tough sledding at the moment for the Bulls to get anything going with any consistency. Time Harris fired it into the hands of Chula, couldn't quite catch the bullet pass. Bulls shooting 31% here and then turning it over. Just their third turnover, but just out of sync.
Just their third turnover, but their third turnover here in the second quarter as well. The pressure of the Saints lifting slightly. Another defensive possession opportunity here for the Bulls. Carter out there on the court with those 3 fouls. If I'm the Saints, I'm attacking him every possession.
The Alpha's three's off. He gets his own rebound. And he's fouled.
Well, no surprise, another offensive rebound for the Saints. Just dominating. Getting over half their missed shots back right now. Darian Boyd picks up foul number 2. And this foul trouble starting to mount up for the Bulls.
Good on the second for the Alpha. 37-22. Saints 8 of 11 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, just 1 for 6 are the Bulls. Plus 19 rebound advantage for the visitors in white as Witt sticks the step back.
Well, he's been able to create space on that drive in that mid-range multiple times, but hasn't been able to find that bottom of the net with too much regularity. Does so that time.
The Alpha off the glass.
Carlton Davison trying to steal that bucket. Just trying to get that little tip when it was up there, but it does go to Liafa. He's got 6 now.
Lead is 15. Coming up with a minute to go. And we've got a foul between, I think, Hiram Harris and Cameron Potter. It's going to be on Harris. Two guys who have battled a lot together and against each other through all forms of basketball across the country. And
across the years as well.
All sorts of levels as well. Carter Witt to Boyd. Boyd to the cup.
Big bucket for Boyd, 9 points now. Just 15 points of difference, but a stop here would get the Bulls that momentum they need.
Too high for Ingram to put down.
Hiram Harris did that lob to Taco Fall.
Cameron Potter on the push from the Bulls. Timeout called, Saints.
Well, this is the opposite of the first quarter closing minutes. The Saints absolutely dominated down the stretch of that first quarter to take a big lead, but here, the last minute of the second, the Bulls lifting their defensive intensity and finding a level of efficiency with which they haven't been able to play up to this point. That's put them just out of double digits, but another stop would get them in perfect position for a second half comeback.
Well, the Tall Blacks are in action at Spark Arena on Friday, 3rd of July against the Philippines. You caught the last time the Philippines were here at Spark Arena. It was loud, it was raucous for the Philippines team. Great support wherever they go. They're a wonderful basketball nation. And then at Event Finder Stadium on Monday night, the Tall Blacks will host Guam.
Yeah, those Philippine games are something to behold. best crowd, without a doubt, the best basketball crowds we've had in the country for the Tall Blacks are when we're playing the Philippines teams. Not the friendliest home court advantage, so make sure you get out there and buy some tickets if you're a Tall Blacks fan. Get yourself to that one, and Event Fighter's going to be interesting as well against Guam. Never easy beats.
So 39-28. Coach Aaron Young just wanting just to put the stamp on a 4-0 run here from the Bulls.
Multiple times the Saints have just been in position to blow this game out, but just a sloppiness with the basketball, poor rotations at the wrong time, occasionally giving up that offensive rebound, just not being able to put the foot on the neck of the opponent to keep them down, where a head coach would prefer they stay.
Carlin Davison seeing some double coverage. The Alpha gets it back from Hiram Harris. 17 on the shot clock. Bulls do have their BNZ player timeout, as do the Saints. Down to 8 now on the shot clock. Davison's going to make his move. Defense from Carter Witt and the Bulls, and they come away with it. And they can hold for the last shot here to end the half. Here's Carter Witt. Down to 5. Witt. Baseline. Boyd in the corner. 3 balls in and out. And that is the half. And the Saints have the lead for most of the half here, and they head into halftime. It's a low-scoring affair. The Saints leading 39-28 at the moment.
Yeah, it has been of a defensive arm wrestle, but the Bulls wouldn't have it any other way after giving up over 120 points the first time they met this Saints team. It's not where they wanted to be offensively, but they've given themselves a chance to be in this ball game.
Saints holding the Bulls to shooting 36% here in the first half. Saints shooting 43%. And they lead by 11 here. It's a plus 19 rebound advantage on the glass for the visitors. And Darian Boyd joins us now from the Bulls. Darian, tough first half trying to get things going offensively. What do you have to finish? What do you have to do in this third quarter coming up after halftime?
I mean, they killed us on the offensive glass. We're making them take shots that we kind of want them to take, contested twos, and we're not getting rebounds. Long threes are going over our head, giving them extra possessions. So I think if we just clean that up, it'll be a closer ball game.
Well, the rebounds aren't exactly where you want it to be. The defensive effort has been excellent, holding the Saints to under 44% shooting from inside the arc and under 24% from deep. How can you keep them at that level of efficiency much further beneath where they were the last time you guys played here in the second half?
Just play with the same intensity we did the first half. Like I said, we're making them take the shots that we want, and we're just not converting on the glass, and they're getting extra chances, and that's what's killing us right now.
I appreciate your time, Darian. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, guys.
Darian Boyd and the Bulls down 11 here at Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And we'll be back after the break to look at some stats for you. Time for a bit of motivation and self-reflection from the Franklin Bulls head coach Dan Ryan. And the Bulls in a bit of a hole here against the Saints. 39, just 28 points through 2 quarters of basketball.
It is a little bit of a hole, but it's a hole they can dig out of. They've got a good defensive blueprint, which was the main concern coming in. And Dean down 11, not where you want to be, less than 30 points in the half, but this offense can pick up with a hurry with the shooters that they have.
Let's look at some of the stats as well, and it's going to be a tough old statistical look when it comes to some of the rebounds. And we've managed to collate some highlights of shots being made.
Well, no Elijah Pepper means somebody's going to step up, and today it's Brady Yulee. Comes in off the bench, doesn't miss a shot, 3 for 3 from the field. He's got 8 points, some timely cutting, some fantastic work on the offensive glass as well, and just the spark that the Saints were looking for when they were without the Leeds leading scorer today.
Well, the bench points, Casey, the bench is outscoring the starters.
That's right. Get it together. That's because the bench is where it's at. Backups unite, get it done. But it wasn't all backups for the Bulls. Darian Boyd off to a slow start. Just the 1 bucket in the first quarter, but able to finish with 9. A couple of strong drives, but also a couple of big threes. Jace Carter sets him up for this one. And if Darian Boyd could find just a little bit more consistency from behind the arc, that could be a big step in the right direction for the Bulls as we take a look at the shooting. Not bad from inside the arc, a little bit putrid from outside the arc where they just cannot find the range. To add insult to injury, the Bulls just 1 for 6 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe, but it's the possession game. Look at those rebounds for the Saints. 30 rebounds, a 19 rebound advantage, and 3 times as many offensive boards as the best offensive rebounding team in the league so far this season, the Franklin Bulls.
We'll take a break here on Sky Sport, and we'll come back with the third quarter for you at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. It's the Saints with an 11-point lead, 39-28. No mai hoki mai, welcome back. 39-28 to the Bulls and the Saints, and it's going to be the Saints with the lead here. And it really has been a tough old half of basketball to try and get anything of any momentum going for either offense.
Yeah, they're checking the stats to make sure that is not the lowest point total of the season. It is not. And taking a look at the shooting for the Saints, not too bad from inside the paint in particular, but the perimeter defense is just being a bit more difficult to overcome for this Saints squad.
And rebounding an issue for Dan Ryan and his Franklin Bulls team. 30-11. The Saints are enjoying a big rebound advantage, powered by 12 offensive boards for the Saints.
But not powered by that shooting percentage. Need to find a way to get some open looks, force that defense to get manipulated side from side, and a few open looks from deep wouldn't harm either.
Both teams not shooting the ball particularly well from deep. 3 for 16 the Bulls, 3 for 13 Saints. 9 turnovers for the Saints in that first half. Just 3 for the Bulls, but 3 coming in the second quarter. And so the visitors, the Saints, were 4th on the ladder at 8-4. They're in the box seat. They led.
And Ketchalier is not in the lineup to start the second half, which is interesting.
Just the one foul on Alaire, so
Aubrey Chunga getting the go, and it looks like Ketchalier putting his shoe back on over there.
Well, Jordan Hunt's out there as well. So no Hiram Harris bat, no Hiram's there. So who else is out for the Saints with the starting lineup? It's Carlin Davison.
Yeah, Carlin Davison sits.
He's not out there either. Maybe 2 leaders of the Saints in that starting 5. Maybe not producing for Aaron Young, looking for something different.
Looked like Ketchalier might have been dealing with something. He had his shoe off and was trying to look for something over there in the corner.
The Alpha misses that. Carlin's just sitting there.
And just looking for something possibly just to change the energy up. A little bit flat in that first half, but let's see what the reaction is from the players on the court. Yeah, Ketchalier over there in the corner doing a lot of stretching.
Yeah, he is. Might be an injury. He's trying to
that was
through.
Not a great look by Cam Robinson.
It certainly wasn't.
A much better look by Zahili Alpha, but Jordan Hunt can't get the finish.
That's the beauty of Jordan Hunt. He can run the rim to the rim. And Darian Boyd knocking down that 3.
Beautiful extra pass by DKP. The defense collapses on him. Normally I say shoot that, but get Darian Boyd going. He's up to 12 now. That's exactly what this Bulls team needs. A little bit of perimeter prowess.
Well, they led by as much as 17 to the Saints in that first half. Now they're down. And they managed to get that lead back up to double digits to 11 on that. Jordan Hunt 3.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to get a little bit more comfortable here in the second half. Certainly get more comfortable when you start hitting some jumpers.
Kalman Poto.
Oh, that's good.
That's such good footwork from Dom Kalman Poto.
Man, the shimmies with the shoulders just completely froze Jordan Hunt. And when you add to that just the bulk of the strength that DKP has down low, pretty impressive down low post move.
Niafa, Chunga, strong reports coming from the Saints bench that Alaire is good to come back in. He's got some sore knees, haven't we all?
Oh, Robinson gets fouled on the box out by Ingram.
And there is a Ketchalier trying to activate everything around. See what those knees are doing. He's shaking his head.
That's never a good sign when you do a little movement and you do that, ooh, face.
Yeah. Braden Yuli is doing a wall sit as well. That's
some cramps for Yuli is the report.
So that's tough for him. And so Cal Robinson, in the meantime, was foul taking a 3 by Dante Ingram.
He's 2 for 3 from the field with 5 points coming into that shot. Now 6 after his first attempt from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Of course, it is a chance for you to get into that Hoops and Schools program. Southland Otago, your region is still open until the end of next week, I believe. So you scan that QR code and see if you can't get a hoop and a school near you. All thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
good on the second. Kyle Robinson goes 3 for 3. Ingram up high. Alpha.
Just a 6-point defense or difference here.
Hiram Harris stuck around on the baseline, just a little low for him.
Man, it was almost like a knuckleball from Isaiah Liafa. Had quite the spin on it. And Hiram Harris, here it comes through here. Yeah, a little twister, side to side, just a little bit tough to catch.
I think he had to avoid Jordan Hunt's head.
It's a big dome. I'm glad he didn't get him from behind. Never want a ball to the dome.
Rebounds off Hiram Harris.
Chunga should have kept dribbling with that one, but the young fella wanted to get it out of his hands quickly.
Have we got Chunga's dunks from Rapid League on?
Can we just put those in? Can we cycle those in?
Can we put those in?
For a little highlight package.
Have we got those on EBS? Can we roll those in later?
Ingram from deep. Oh,
there
get another one, Chunga. Young fella.
A little bit more size in the Sal's NBL game, but Chunga on the glass. Another offensive rebound.
Another rebound and a nice finish around some size and DKP. He takes a screen from DKP on this end as well.
Boyd knocking down a 3.
Heating up to 15 points now, leading scorer in the ball game. At one point, he was 3 for 10. He's now 6 for 13.
Here's Harris. Just going at Kyle Robinson. He likes that matchup, does Hiram Harris.
And I think the Saints need more of that. Just some energy, some enthusiasm, a little kinetic activity. Hiram Harris always brings that.
Got a ball game in this first opening salvos of the third quarter. It's an 11-7 start for the Bulls here, and they've cut the lead 2-7.
And on that note, in comes Akecha Lear and Carlin Davison. The size of Lear, I think he's going to be key on dissuading some of these rim attacks. But I'd like to see Carlin Davison just get a little bit more aggressive with his overall offensive game here in the second half. Speaking of aggressive.
On the reverse, Cameron Poto can't
Beautiful
get
pass by Leaf. Oh my!
Thread to the needle is Chunga.
That was ridiculously athletic catch.
Reached behind him. Here's Boyd. Looking to spark something. He goes right at Lear and is fouled.
Darian Boyd. He's got I think he might have had a workout lift, some pre-workout at halftime.
Yeah,
he's come out with another level. Look at this pass here. Chunga, look at the rim, young fella. Go up with it on the other end. Boyd, yeah, gets nice little crossover, gets to the side of Lear, and he's got no choice but to foul him. So Boyd off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for his first attempts of the ball game.
82% foul shooter from the Chemist Warehouse stripe is Darian Boyd. Talked about the rebounds. That's the offense that's working here now.
And Boyd, the only player in double figures, he's got 16. And also the only player who shot more than 7 times on the Bulls. Next closest is Carter Witt, 2 for 7. 6 for 13 is Darian Boyd. That's how he got to his 17-point total. Witt up to 9 assists though. He just matriculates those bad boys.
Really does. Well, the Alpha's got 7.
Same thing, just finding their teammates, creating for them.
Liafa, speaking of which, misses that 3. Liafa still searching for that first 3. He's 0 for 6. Davison to the cup. He just can't give him clear air on that first step, Carlin Davison. He's so quick and athletic.
And this is a strong and quick lineup. Harris, Davison, Alir, Liafa, and Yuli.
The Bulls.
Apologies for the language.
You're the better team today, but you're not fucking rebounding.
On a Sunday afternoon.
The Saints 48-41. And for Coach Aaron Young, frustration seeing this lead slip away at the moment. They've come out with the better response, have the Bulls, 13-9.
Well, let's see if the Bulls take the challenge. We had the timeout. They did that work to get back into things. The Saints sort of brought in their starting lineup again, and it was difficult for the Bulls to get out.
And as requested, great work from our truck, from our production crew. They found the Chunga dunks. Here's Aubrey Chunga, Rapid League. If he missed it, it tipped off at 2 p.m. And Aubrey Chunga to start the game.
That was the first play of the game. Fresh.
Wait to see.
Second half,
That
get you
one,
another one?
The third one is my favorite.
This one's pretty
First
good.
step. And then punches it down. Aubrey Chunga highlights for you. Yes, young fella. All in a day's work for the young man.
17. Don't be so mean, young fella. A bright future for a lot of young basketball players around the country. Lovely to see them getting that opportunity to apply that trade in the rapid lead, and also good for Chunga to see it translate into the NBL today.
Carter faces the double. He's in foul trouble with 3. Boyd, way too much time. Saints got lucky on that one.
Slow pass by Robinson, though. He goes to the fake. If he kicks that right away, I think Boyd gets it in rhythm.
Carlin Davison streaking with the dunk.
Speaking of rhythm, Hiram Harris, he's starting to pick up that facilitation role for the Saints. And Carlin Davison runs the lane and gets rewarded for it.
Boyd, foul line's good.
Well, he loves that spot. Gets that midi. He's going to let that fly all afternoon long. Boyd up to 19. Putting together a second half as the Bulls knock that one out of bounds.
Darian Boyd, now to 19, like Casey said, 7 of 15, 4 rebounds. Carter Witt, 9 assists. The leading rebounder is Jace Carter with 4. He's got 3 fouls. Carlin Davison with the catch. Hiram Harris given room. Saints 4 for 19 from deep. Carter streaking. Tough finish with Carlin Davison all over him.
And Carlin was sort of pulling the chair out. Jace Carter was looking for that contact. So really nice balance shown by his ability to keep his balance and get that finish. As Boyd hits the deck.
Isaiah Liafa, the strength of him.
Welcome to the Sal's NBL. Out there on the perimeter, Isaiah Liafa. He's got grown man strength now.
He really does. He's 1 for 7 from 3. 9 points, 7 assists. Calvin Poto.
Calvin Poto say, well, I just turned directions.
He's just using that width that he possesses.
I think Ketchalier sold that one. He felt that contact and he went flying. Calvin Poto's he's calling him a fibber.
Not a fibber.
Back and forth. And there's that contact there from Liafa. It says, you sit down, and here on the other side, there's a Ketchalier getting on the wrong side of TKP and saying, oh, I'll go to the deck. And that foul on Don Kamapoto is number 2 on him.
13 team fouls overall in the game for the Bulls. But Carter's got 3, Kamapoto with 2, Robinson's got 3, and Darian Boyd's got 2.
What's been impressive about this comeback by the Bulls, to me, is the fact that they've done it without hitting the offensive glass, which is really their bread and butter and has been all season long. So they go. Normally it goes with their offensive rebound statistics, but still just 4 offensive rebounds on 23 missed shots so far in this one. If they can find a little bit of room to get things going in that area, they have a roadmap to get back in this ballgame.
Here's Ingram. Gets to the left hand. Nice finish from Dante Ingram.
Yeah, I think the Bulls forgot he was a lefty there. They went and guarded that right hand on the drive, and he just gives that strong jump stop to get to that finish in front.
Wet. Screen from Calvin Poto. Darian Boyd. 7 to shoot. Fall away. Ingram with a hand in his face. Cal Robinson with a rare offensive board. Boyd kicks it out. Here's Robinson. Good swarming defense from the Saints. Witt's 3's deep. Tipped around, but it's going to be Carlin Davison with it. Skips across to Liafa.
Multiple times the Bulls just weren't ready to score on those catches, and because of it, they took good shots and turned them into shots that were just of lower quality with each preceding pass.
Saints lead is 10. Hunt, straight on 3. Back of the iron, Davison with it. And that was an easy offensive ball.
He's just one of the day. Just comes right to him. But that is 15 for the Saints on 26 misses.
2 to shoot. Another offensive rebound.
Make it 16 on 27. Jordan Hunt, right place, right time, up to double figures now.
He's got 12. He's Carter Witt. Boyd. Too strong. We've got a foul underneath. Jordan Hunt goes down. DKP's involved somehow.
He thought he was going to get the whistle, and then when he realizes it's staying, he's like, thank you, I needed that. 12 points the difference. The Saints have reestablished themselves here in this quarter after their early run over that first few minutes by the Bulls.
(57-45) lead is back to double digits. There's Boyd. Carter Witt. Sam's goal.
I think that's got to be an illegal screen.
And Bigger get tied up.
Bigger just falls down and tackles him. Unlucky. He just trips there.
I think he tripped on Jordan Hunt's foot.
He got pushed a little bit in the back at the same time. Just unfortunate.
But nonetheless, it's a foul on Elias Bigger, and that's his third.
Unlucky.
Hey, Darian, something different. He's a very good shooter.
Here comes Carlin Davison, leads 12. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in this third quarter. Ingram. Hunt. Oh, great look to Ingram. Puts it up with the left.
Well, just a lack of communication that time. Multiple defenders go to the same offensive player, and you leave Dante Ingram cutting down the lane all by himself. He's appreciative of the easy finish.
Carter going to work. Fall away. Fell away from everything.
Well, took a 6-foot shot and made it a 17-footer. But that's the strength of Zaliafa. You get that switch onto a guard. Most of the time as a forward, you feel you have the advantage, but Zaliafa, stout defensively in the post, takes a decent look and makes it much more difficult to finish.
Saints currently on this 9-0 run here with 90 seconds to go. Gold. Liafa to Hunt. Still plenty of time. Backing down Bigger, who's on 3 fouls. Hunt to the right hand, methodical from Jordan Hunt.
And the Saints have shown great footwork in the post today with these step throughs. Jordan Hunt that time knows that Big R's in foul trouble, takes advantage of it.
Carter Witt pull up. Davison with it.
Nice challenge by Zaliafa there.
Ingram to Hunt. Liafa, great play. Jordan Hunt to the left hand.
Excellent pace in the half court, getting that ball through multiple hands, and the quick decision off the on ball. 2 defenders went with Liafa. He knows the pass is there. Hunt gets the finish. He's now the leading scorer in the game for the Saints with 16.
Off the bench as well, Jordan Hunt, but started the third. Carter Witt gets to the cup, put a move on. Carter Witt's got 6 points and 9 assists. And Liafa's got 8 assists and 9 points. He's working on a double-double.
The 16 points the difference. Can the Bulls get a stop here and just stop the bleeding late? That looked like a kick.
That was a kick, Casey. It just wasn't called a kick ball.
Foul there. Pretty fortunate, and looked a little bit like Carter Witt might not have known how much time was left. It was just 4 or 5 seconds left when he crossed half court, and he looked like he was just out for a leisurely stroll.
So 1.9 left in this third quarter.
But it's going to be free throws here.
And there's going to be free throws for Carter Witt. Hey, you call your BNZ player timeout here if you're the Saints, if he makes it.
I'd probably keep it in my pocket. I like to have that just in case a late game situation. In the first half, I don't mind calling it in the first quarter as opposed to the second. But when it comes to the second half, I just feel it's too valuable a weapon to have if you really need that in case of emergency. Use this. Let's see what the Saints say.
Misses it, and that'll do it. As Carlin Davison couldn't quite corral. And so it's going to be a third quarter lead for them. They had a bit of a fight back on their hands to the Saints from the Bulls to begin the half, but they lead 63-48. We'll be back after the break with the fourth quarter.
Anything that breaks down after we play down or pin, we're
Normal Hockey Mate, welcome back everybody. 63-48. That is a scoreline after 3 quarters of basketball here at the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The Bulls in a hole.
But because of their ability defensively to make things tough on the Saints today without Elijah Pepper, they're not in such a big hole that they can't work their way back into it, but they're going to have to do it with a little bit of pace here in the fourth quarter. So we take a look at Akechalear trying to keep that himself warm.
And we're just waiting for Dan Ryan to get his headset on. We always appreciate the time the coaches have.
It's almost like he's busy with something else.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thank you very much. What do you need for your team in the fourth quarter here?
Oh, our guys they're battling. I never question our guys' effort, their energy. It wasn't there, was it? And we gotta sustain it. We gotta be disciplined as we possibly can be. Yeah, that's all I got, guys.
Well, you've done such a nice job defensively this time around, putting the Saints in uncomfortable positions. But how can you take it just that nth degree further so you can make this a realistic comeback here in the fourth quarter?
Oh gosh, easier said than done. For us, we just have to try to sustain focus throughout possessions. It's so difficult to do that against a team that's as talented and as well coached as they are. We had it going for a little bit there in the third quarter, and then, okay, probably it's because we're a little tired or whatever, but we just lost a little bit of that defensive focus and sharpness that we had to start the quarter.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Dan Ryan. I mean, it's hard when you know that Elijah Pepper might be out.
Yeah.
I mean, Elijah's going to get his. I mean, the Tuatara did a great job on him and unfortunately sustained that hamstring injury. But then you just don't, I mean, they are stacked, the Saints. They've got weapons.
The questionable designation is the toughest thing to work with for a coach because you have to prepare for it as if he's there. But for a lot of these players, especially a player of someone of Pepper's significance, when he's not in the lineup, everything changes in your game plan. You just basically have to do it on the fly.
Deflected out of bounds, staying with the Bulls there as they push.
One of the few times we've seen a transition opportunity from them. Even when the Saints are missing shots or turning the ball over, we haven't seen the Bulls have that opportunity. This time, multiple defenders in the paint had Cale Robinson wide, but didn't get the look. Carter Witt there can't hit that three-pointer coming out of bounds play.
Niafa looking to go bang with a three and can't. And Carlin Davison almost had another offensive rebound. Really leading offensive rebounders are for the Saints. It's Carlin Davison with 4.
Interesting quick shot there by the Saints. You know, listening to Coach Ryan speak about And maybe it's fatigue. We work so hard, get to it. This is not a deep team. So if I'm the Saints, I'm trying to work possessions through a little bit longer. If it's not a layup in the early shot clock, I want that thing down into single digits before I get my offensive looks.
They just can bite into this lead. Darian Boyd can get to a spot with 2 to shoot, fall away.
And they had multiple opportunities. Just throw it down low to DKP. He had that great post position, doesn't take it, and ends up being a miss.
Ingram off the glass and in.
Took that contact and kisses it high enough to avoid the high-flying block attempt of Jace Carter from the weak side. Saints starting to grab control of this one once again.
Played for the Nelson Giants back in 2021. Dante Ingram is Calvin Potter with that presence.
We're going to count that. We are.
Has to count.
And
Ingram.
He came on the wrong end of that one. Oh, is that a cramp? Might be a cramp there. Or it is not where you want to be as a wing player stuck in the paint with DKP. Puts you in the grindhouse.
Played 44 games for the Iowa Wolves in the G League this last G League season, and he's encountered players the size of Carlin Davison, but
yeah, it's a cramp.
He's just gone down with a bit of cramp there now.
Yeah, he's stretching that out on the court. Body's starting to drop. Akechalear, Brandon Yulee, now Ingram, all slowing down, but Ingram has been pretty tough today. 10 points on over 45% shooting. Can't find the range from deep, but he is attacking the rim with ferocity. Defending the rim on the other side as well, moving without the basketball and playing with a lot of physicality, especially when he has those mismatches. So quick with the basketball in hand, and just another Saints player that when he's moving without that basketball creates so many issues on the backside. 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block on the day. 25 minutes of work. Maybe that's why the cramping's coming.
It's a 13-point lead. You know, you need some soda, you need some cheese for the large cheese pizza, perhaps.
Nothing like a large cheese pizza from Sal's. Sal's Champ 26, valid until Tuesday the 23rd of June, or use that QR code to hit your local. We've just received word that it's a toe cramp.
Oh, that's a rare cramp.
I've had a lot of lower limb cramps in my time. I don't think I've had the toe cramp previously.
Be ready, but I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, no doubt.
Getting the tension on that toe. And now going to get into some of the electrolytes or the pickle juice, perhaps.
Feel like you got to take the shoe off to get into the toe cramp.
Perhaps.
You got to get it into the right position. And this has been stretching toes with Casey and Moles.
Don Carmen Poto makes the N1 after Ingram fouled him. So it's a 12-point Saints lead. Jordan Hunt's been excellent on
possession defensively here for the Bulls. Can they string stops together?
No, they To answer you, Casey, no, that's his second 3.
Boyd goes underneath that screen, and Isaiah Liafa just took that personally. Turns, faces, and tickles the twine.
Robinson driving, puts it up and in.
Good use of the shot fake. Gets Hiram Harris up in the air, opening that lane, keeping the Bulls just outside double figures.
Hanging is Liafa. Carmen Poto with a rebound. Rebound number 4 for him. It's a 42-19 advantage to the Saints on the glass. Just Carter hampered by foul trouble in the first half, and it's just really dampened his injection into this game in the second half, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's when you lose that rhythm in the first half, it can be difficult to get yourself back into it on the other end of things. But he still has that ability to catch fire quickly, and certainly has a role to play on the glass even as this one goes along.
Boyd dropping it off to Jace Carter, and that'll feel good for a guy in foul trouble.
Well, good offense, beautiful screen by Dom Poto. Allows Boyd to get that drive and forces that weak side to step up, and when he does, Carter knows where he belongs, in the paint, smashing that ball home.
And we've got a whistle on the baseline. Oh, Maris pointing something out.
Is that Cale Robinson away from the basketball? That's going to be his 4th personal foul.
Might be. So Saints ball on the side.
Ketchalier checking back in the ball game, and this is when things get a little bit more difficult for the Saints. That true size, DKP, he's been battling inside, but you can see the height difference there.
Oh, up to Carlin.
Nice read by Carter Witt to take that away.
Davison couldn't get it. Jace Carter starting to get into his work here.
And he had options there. This transition opportunity has been so few and far between for the Bulls, but when they do get out with pace and numbers, good things have happened. Jace Carter that time had Boyd in the corner, but chose to get the sure thing on the fouls. He's back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, where he is 0 for 4 on the day.
Well, they can cut it to single digits. Given the way that they've been shooting the ball.
They're just letting them hang around, aren't the Saints?
Yeah.
They haven't been able to string those 3 or 4 possessions in a row where they're getting buckets and getting stops at the same time, and because of that,
it's usually Elijah Pepper.
It's true.
We've seen a 15-0 Elijah Pepper run.
It's almost like they're missing 30 points of scoring a game.
And it's a good point, Casey.
It might be impacting their offensive activity just a wee bit.
Harris looking for the handoff to Liafa. Finds Ingram. Ingram puts it up and in again.
Just sits in that dunker space, and then Liafa does a nice job of manipulating the defense with his eyes, looks out to the wing. Everyone reacts, opening it up for that easy drop and dish for 2.
12 points, 6 of 12 shooting for Dante Ingram. Kieran Boyd. Carter Witt. Good closeout from the Saints. Robinson with the up fake though. Gets a clean look, knocks it down.
That's great scrambling defense from the Saints. I mean, multiple efforts really forcing the Bulls off the line, but eventually Cale Robinson just hits a tough shot when the Bulls needed it most.
Leads 8 now for the Saints. Bulls need stops. Here's Ingram getting into his work with Boyd on him. Cameron Porter just shifts his body in front of him. Makes life incredibly awkward for Dante Ingram.
Ingram just runs into DKP there and knocks him off the line, opens the opportunity for Boyd to knock that one out of bounds. And gets this drive in here, and nice strong move. no chance to move DKP. Boyd gets a hand on it, just 5 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Saints. Looking for desperation from the Bulls from here on out.
Risky pass to Ingram. Davison with 1 on the shot clock. Good court awareness from Carlin Davison, because the rest of the Saints were pretty lackadaisical about it.
Tip of the cap to the Bulls in this one. That multiple times they could have walked away, been down big. The offense just wasn't going, didn't have that energy, but they've hung around. And now with a little over 5 minutes to go, a huge possession in the context of the game.
Well, the biggest lead was 18 in the game. Now it's down to 8, and they just can't get a bucket to make life even more awkward. They just need stops. Still plenty of time, not even halfway through this 4th quarter. Ketchalier. Robinson with his 4 fouls. Good defense from Cale Robinson.
Looks like Robinson touched that ball when he was out of bounds, so it'll be on the baseline.
8 to shoot for the Wellington Saints, the reigning champs.
Love that effort, though. Gets to its second. It looked like that might have gone out the other way, but the effort is certainly there for both players. Now will the execution be here for the Saints? Couldn't create anything of quality late in the shot clock last possession. Did they learn anything from that lesson?
Liafa. They do get a stop. It's Carter on the board. Here's Carter Witt. Into traffic, almost tied up.
Somehow gets it back.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. Jace Carter for 3. Too strong. Boyd with a rebound.
And the offensive rebound starting to just go the way of the home team with a bit more frequency.
The 7th. Oh, just too hard on the whip pass.
He's saying he needs a little bit of moisture on that basketball. Nice look by Boyd, good thought, but Carter just watches it whiz straight through.
So Liafa and the Saints just keeping the Bulls at arm's length there. Under 5 to go. Kitchellaire's on the bike on the baseline there. Trying to work through some cramp himself. Ingram's recovering from his toe cramp. He's out there with the ball. 7 to shoot. Liafa to Davison in the corner. Carter went with the ball.
They're doing a nice job once again of forcing the Saints to that perimeter look. But they need to capitalize down here.
This is a team that was down 18. The team that's getting cleaned up on the glass with a +19 advantage to the Saints. And Carter Witt starting to go to work here. 9 points for him now with his 12 assists. Cuts the lead to 6. Liafa with an and one. The veteran guard getting to work.
Just imposes himself on the ball game. 14 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds for Isaiah Liafa today. And the biggest bucket of his stat line right there. Gets strong, gets in the paint, takes the contact, and finishes regardless. And a free throw here for the three-point play would be a pretty imposing 9-point lead with under 4 minutes to play. And a lot of players have performed well for the Saints today. Carlin Davison among those. Hasn't had a lot of volume with the ball in hand, just 6 shots, but he's made them count with 3 of those going in at a 50% clip, but 10 rebounds, just a 1 assist on the day. But here's where he's made that difference. The offensive glass, the defensive glass. 4 offensive rebounds leads that category for the Saints. 6 defensive rebounds, the same. And even though he hasn't been the triple-double threat that we've become used to seeing, he's still been so impactful on the Saints game plan.
72-64. Saints just can't seem to shake the Bulls. Dan Ryan and the Bulls, great fight back here. 16-9 in the 4th quarter for the Bulls.
First, the free throw for Isaiah Liafa.
Liafa, 14 points for him, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Too strong. Carter Witt again with it.
Big rebound by Carter Witt there, coming from outside the three-point line. It's good fundamentals there on the missed free throw.
Witt to Carter. That three's off.
Just no real penetration of the Saints defense there. Never getting any feet in the paint, never really manipulating that Saints defense with the pass on the perimeter.
Steal by Calvin Poto.
Picks up his first steal of the ball game. At a time, or sorry, second steal of the ball game.
Carter Witt. Gamble by Liafa. Boyd's rather, it's Carter Witt. There's Boyd, my apologies. Darian Boyd. What a catch, what a finish.
Yeah, good cut, better pass.
Hiram Harris with a dagger.
Timely bucket for Hiram Harris. Just 7 points on the day, just his 6th shot. But he knows how to make the big ones.
.75-66, score updated in a tough finish. Bulls here, Jace Carter and Hiram Harris trying to impose himself. Jordan Hahn on the glass, he's been excellent. 18 for him, 6 rebound, 3rd on the offensive glass.
And that's the story of the game for the Saints. We may not make the first one, but the offensive rebounds are where it's out. 17 offensive rebounds on 33 misses. That's more than half of those shots they're getting back for a second attempt.
Have the Saints shut the door here with Hiram Harris's 3.
A 46-25 rebound advantage overall. Nice concentration by DKP to follow it despite the tip and still receive it. But has to make these here to keep what little hope the Bulls have left.
Cameron Poto misses the free throw, has the second one and nails it. Lead is 10, 2:05. Is it a bridge too far? Bulls need stops. They need possessions. Saints needs to hold their nerve. Hunt fires it to Ingram. Nice catch. Turnover. Boyd.
Oh, he's going to have that look.
He is. Carter Wood again. It's Leafa with it. He's got Hiram Harris. Carlin Davison with the follow.
I thought it was time to slow things down, but the Saints know we want to go full speed ahead with the march. Hiram Harris can't get the finish, but Carlin Davison off the tip, showing those aerial athleticism above everyone. With the soft flush, pushes the lead to 12 with just a minute 30 left. And on their home court, the Bulls, as bravely as they fought today, may have just given up the last bucket to take away a realistic chance at a comeback here with just over a minute 30 left.
79-67. It's been a grindy game between these two teams. A bit of foul trouble in the first half just took the rhythm out of the Bulls, with Jace Carter, one of their 3 leading scorers, an average of just over 60 points a game for the Bulls, and that just really killed the offensive flow for them, and they were just getting murdered on the glass by the Saints.
I'll tell you what, in general, the offensive flow got murdered today. You know, just
I was trying to be kind, man.
But it's a grindy game, and these are the games that sometimes you have to win. And when it does get grindy and you can't find where your offense is, sometimes you just have to push through, and the Saints today have pushed through. Jordan Hunt with 18, Isaiah Leafa with 14 points, 9 assists, both those guys leading from the front. You know, it doesn't have to always be the prettiest game in the world, but coaches love these types of games. These are the types of games that they want to win. But still a last chance for this Bull squad. If they can get a quick 3, that door stays slightly open.
So Carter Witt and the Bulls out of this timeout. Just needs something to happen here, and they need to happen quickly. Might be a bridge too far for them, though, as he gets us underway. Boyd on the sideline, almost stepped out. Witt, long 3, missed everything.
Well, great defense by Isaiah Leafa and Darian Boyd. That was designed to give Boyd that look there, but not only did he not get the shot off, nearly loses the ball because the defense of Leafa forces him to the sideline. And the Saints might not be the prettiest win today, but it has been an effective one, and their defense has been strong and timely.
79-67. 70 seconds to go. Leafa didn't have much going on. 4 on the shot clock. Hoists the 3. Here come the Bulls. Robinson can't get that 3 to go down. Just 6 threes on the night, on the afternoon rather, for the Bulls here on their home floor. 7 for the Saints. 3 points percentage is not pretty reading. 20.7% for the Bulls, 24.1 for the Saints.
13 for 58 is not what you're hoping to see on the efficiency from beyond the arm between these two teams, but the defense was certainly the stronger for both squads today. 10 seconds left on the clock. What's Carlin Davidson going to do to finish this possession?
Liafa, corner ball.
Another offensive rebound.
This touch pass. Dante Ingram with the and one. That's just a tough offensive rebound in the corner.
Well,
the most impressive, arguably, of the game.
And that has been the story of the game for the Saints. Everything else hasn't been going great, but the offensive rebounding has been fantastic. 19 offensive rebounds on 36 misses. Every shot that goes up, they're getting half of those bad boys back.
Liafa's got 10 assists. Harris has got 7 assists. Hunt's got 5 assists. Hunt with 18, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. 8 of 14 shooting off the bench as well. No Elijah Pepper for the Saints. Hiram Harris elevated to the starting lineup. And they're going to come away with a big win here. There's Liafa, and every point matters in the Sales NBL. They're going to put it up for Ingram. 5 seconds to go.
Somebody shoot it.
It's Jordan Hunt. And the game is over. And the Saints get the win. And they get a 81-67 win at that. They win by 14 over the Franklin Bulls on the road. And the Saints keep their top 4 chances going with a win here. They'll move to 9-4. Bulls drop to 5-9. The Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And it was a game that really didn't have much offensive flow to it. Both teams trying to take each other out with what they needed.
Yeah, grindy Sunday afternoon, but with this win, the Saints put a little bit of distance between them and 5th place, a 3-game advantage in the win columns, and just 1 win behind the Canterbury Rams, who are sitting in 3rd place. It is truly a fight for the top 4 between the Tuatara, Sharks, Rams, and Saints. Remember, just the top 2 get home court advantage all the way through. 3 and 4 playing in the elimination final to qualify for the semis. And a lot of players played well today, but it was Jordan Hunt who was our MVP. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block. The stat stuffer for Jordan Hunt today. And Jordan, you're joining us. Coming off the bench today, the offense wasn't flowing well for the Saints, but you were able to find a little bit of things going, shooting over 50% on the day. What was your mindset coming in, trying to be a spark?
I missed a few easy ones to start, but, just keeping aggressive.
Hey, Jordan, it's okay, man. Everyone was missing easy ones.
Yeah, that's all good. It's cool. But, it's just keeping aggressive. We were a couple people down. Kitchell's hurt, Pep's hurt, so just that next man up mentality,
Yeah, and when that offensive attack for you changes, from your point of view, as a big who's running to the rim, normally you've got Elijah Pepper out there. He's got a lot of gravity. A lot of players go out. How do you find it different when you do lose a shooter of that quality? How does that change your attack on the low post?
Like I said, just being aggressive, just be a threat out there. Obviously Pep's a big loss, but we've got a pretty talented team anyway, so just keep being aggressive, like I said.
I know you're just probably looking at one game at a time at the moment, but you must be keeping an eye on what the rest of the teams around you in this top 4 are doing. What do you need to close out the regular season with some good wins?
Just focus on us, we can't control what other teams are doing. We just got to focus on what we do, and like you said, take it one game at a time.
Good on you, Jordan. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the win.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
You too. Jordan Hunt, player of the game. 18 points for him, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. And that's how it looks on the stats for both teams in this game. Look at the rebound count.
Yeah, the rebound is the story of the game. Both teams need to look for a few more 2s, a few less 3s, but it was on the rebounds. 19 offensive rebounds for the Saints as well. They had 27 assists on 33 buckets. Fantastic unselfishness and facilitation shown by them again.
And so Here's how it looks for round 11 with one more game remaining. We started all the way back on Wednesday night. The Giants get a win over the Jets.
Upset victory for the Airs over the Sharks. The Rams putting a foot down against the Phi at home. The Tuatara stay top of the table with a hard-fought victory against the Hawks on their home floor. The Nuggets back to their winning ways and cutting down the Air streak at you. And then the Saints getting the win today. And tomorrow, the Hawks and Sharks, Nathan Lim and Crystal Ledger-Walker will be calling that one with some bonus Monday Night Hoops.
Can't wait for that one. That's going to be very interesting to see. And this is how it looks for the standings. The Saints now at 9-4, still in that top 4 spot. And they have a bit of a lead over that 5 and 6 position, but that's what the Bulls are chasing. You've got the Tuatara up the top. Sharks with a big game tomorrow night after a loss earlier in the week, and then the Rams at 10-3. And they've got a game in hand on the top 2 above them. And you can see the Bulls here at 5 and 9. And the Airs are also there at 5 and 9, but by virtue of points percentage differential, that's how it works in the Sal's NBL. The Giants and the Jets, and even the Hawks with a game to go tomorrow, all in with a shot to finish inside top 6.
And round 12 comes around. We continue our inclusion round activity. It's going to start with the Phi hosting the Sharks. The Jets are going to try and get back against the Nuggets. The Saints are back on the court this Friday against the Giants. Love that little rivalry between those two teams there. The Airs and the Nuggets just met, and this time it'll be the Nuggets on short rest. On the road, the Tuatara with the return match against the Hawks before the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And the Bulls, yeah, and the Saints there.
And so we're done here from the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. The Bulls thank their fans. They couldn't get the win. They go down 14, 81-67 on behalf of Casey Frank and the Sky Sport team. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks so much for watching. Ka kite anō.